It's like the drum in the deep, and the water from around slowly weeps. Like your eyes, cold as ice, dead as the dark. Was our love after all just a watermark in the frozen lake there reflected? All are suddenly disconnected. Now the darkness is approaching, flooding in my tears, my heart is choking. Gonna take some time, but I will prove I'm stronger. The devil's gonna hold, trying to pull me under tonight. Make a fire, put away my tears. Gonna creep me out of those wasted years. Those wasted
The best audio setting is the one you're comfortable with, so you can act and react anytime. Intuitive touch panel for treble and bass adjustment. With driverless design, you just plug and play.
As far as I know, everyone on the team who has tried the new screen from BenQ is using the feature with 240 Hz. It's so amazing, the transition is so great.
I think for me the most important when I play the game is that I feel that all my actions directly represented on the monitor. This is just another level on top of that, I would say.
It improves your gameplay a lot. You can react much faster on these kinds of monitors, and like once you play on 240 Hz, you can't go back.
Everyone grips the mouse differently, so how can one mouse work for all? Different sizes and shapes for your options. Pick the one that fits your grip for long-lasting comfort and gameplay. With driverless design, you just plug and play. Personalize the way you see everything. And then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
like the drum in the deep, and the water from around slowly weeps. Like your eyes, cold as ice, dead as the dark. Was our love after all just a watermark in the frozen lake there reflected? All are suddenly disconnected. Now the darkness is approaching, flooding in my tears, my heart is choking. Gonna take some time, but I will prove I'm stronger. The devil's gonna hold, trying to pull me under tonight. Make a fire, burn away my tears. Gonna cry me out those wasted years. Those wasted years.
The best audio setting is the one you're comfortable with, so you can act and react anytime. Intuitive touch panel for treble and bass adjustment. With driverless design, you just plug and play.
As far as I know, everyone on the team who has tried the new screen from BenQ is using the feature with 240 Hz. It's so amazing, the transition is so great.
I think for me the most important when I play the game is that I feel that all my actions directly represented on the monitor. This is just another level on top of that, I would say.
It improves your gameplay a lot. You can react much faster on these kinds of minders, and like once you play on 240 Hz, you can't go back.
Everyone grips the mouse differently, so how can one mouse work for all? Different sizes and shapes for your options. Pick the one that fits your grip for long-lasting comfort and gameplay. With driverless design, you just plug and play. Personalize the way you see everything. And then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
adrenaline deep and the water from around slowly weeps like your eyes cold as ice, dead as the dark. Was our love after all just a watermark in the frozen lake there reflected? I was suddenly disconnected. Now the darkness is approaching, flooding in my tears, my heart is choking. Gonna take some time, but I will prove I'm stronger. The devil's gonna hold, trying to pull me under tonight. Make a fire, burn away my tears. Gonna creep me out those wasted years. Those wasted years.
The best audio setting is the one you're comfortable with, so you can act and react anytime. Intuitive touch panel for treble and bass adjustment. With driverless design, you just plug and play.
As far as I know, everyone on the team who has tried the new screen from BenQ is using the feature with 240 Hz. It's so amazing, the transition is so great.
I think for me the most important when I play the game is that I feel that all my actions directly represented on the monitor. This is just another level on top of that, I would say.
It improves your gameplay a lot. You can react much faster on these kinds of minders, and like once you play on 240 Hz, you can't go back.
Everyone grips the mouse differently, so how can one mouse work for all? Different sizes and shapes for your options. Pick the one that fits your grip for long-lasting comfort and gameplay. With driverless design, you just plug and play. Personalize the way you see everything. And then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
like the drumming of deep and the water from around slowly weeps, like your eyes cold as ice, dead as the dark. Was our love after all just a watermark in the frozen lake there reflected? I'm suddenly disconnected. Now the darkness is approaching, flooding in my tears, my heart is choking. Gonna take some time, but I will prove I'm stronger. The devil's gonna hold, trying to pull me under tonight. Make a fire, burn away my tears. Gonna creep me out those wasted years. Those wasted years.
The best audio setting is the one you're comfortable with, so you can act and react anytime. Intuitive touch panel for treble and bass adjustment. With driverless design, you just plug and play.
As far as I know, everyone on the team who has tried the new screen from BenQ is using the feature with 240 Hz. It's so amazing, the transition is so great.
I think for me the most important when I play the game is that I feel that all my actions directly represented on the monitor. This is just another level on top of that, I would say.
It improves your gameplay a lot. You can react much faster on these kinds of minders, and like once you play on 240 Hz, you can't go back.
Everyone grips the mouse differently, so how can one mouse work for all? Different sizes and shapes for your options. Pick the one that fits your grip for long-lasting comfort and gameplay. With driverless design, you just plug and play. Personalize the way you see everything. And then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
drumming deep, and the water from around slowly weeps like your eyes, cold as ice, dead as the dark. Was our love after all just a watermark in the frozen lake there reflected? I was suddenly disconnected. Now the darkness is approaching, flooding in my tears, my heart is choking. Gonna take some time, but I prove I'm stronger. The devil's gonna hold, try to pull me under tonight. Make a fire, burn away my tears. Gonna cremate all of those wasted years. Those wasted years.
The best audio setting is the one you're comfortable with, so you can act and react anytime. Intuitive touch panel for treble and bass adjustment. With driverless design, you just plug and play.
As far as I know, everyone on the team who has tried the new screen from BenQ is using the feature with 240 Hz. It's so amazing, the transition is so great.
I think for me the most important when I play the game is that I feel that all my actions directly represented on the monitor. This is just another level on top of that, I would say.
It improves your gameplay a lot. You can react much faster on these kinds of minders, and like once you play on 240 Hz, you can't go back.
Everyone grips the most differently, so how can one nose work for all?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with the final quarterfinal match. Wait, that did not come out right. We are back with the last quarterfinal game of the day at Zowie eXTREMESLAND Shanghai 2018. It's going to be Boot Dreamscape versus Frostfire, and we are going live on Nuke. We have Moxie and Bulbasaur defending ramp, while Splashkey is just under heaven, and he's going to be looking forward to play a more fluid position where he can back up his teammates. But oh my god, Tommy and Impression getting so many kills. The Y now left in a 1 versus 4, make it a 1 versus 3 as he gets the headshot onto Impression. The bomb is dropped out in the open. He picks one up, but then Splashkey is here with the trade. Boot Dreamscape win the first pistol round. And Frostfire, this is actually a pretty gruesome situation for them. They have played decent Nuke in the last few matches. Do keep in mind that Optic India was defeated on this very map by Frostfire. And we've already seen that Optic India is a pretty good team on Nuke. So Frostfire, it is going to be their advantage. But Boot Dreamscape also have played Nuke really often. So this match is basically like, it's an even-Stevens game. Nobody really is the stronger team over here. Both of these teams, they are pretty good on this particular map. But let's see what happens after this technical pause has done. I'm going to bring on my observing CFG so that we are ready to watch this match with no interference. The last quarterfinal match of the day, and the winner will make their way to the semifinals, while the loser will be eliminated. Boot Dreamscape They have picked up an M4. Okay, Splashkey gonna be going ahead towards the outside area to make some shots with that. But Zowie with the scout tags him down already. He's down to 29 HP and A-Man takes absolutely minimal damage. It's gonna be up to Moxie here to defend this outer take from Frostfire and prevent them from going in towards the secret area. Let's see whether or not he's able to push through the smoke and get the few kills, or maybe he will just relinquish control of outside and let the terrorists make their way and have whatever they want. Chapman has been spotted. Splashkey trying to take long-range fights with the M4 now, but he's really low. A-Man is close to him, and he's looking forward to take this fight. Splashkey good for only one kill. He's finally going to get taken down by a Deagle, but he has managed to pick up one kill already. The guy with the scout is looking to make some more damage. Meanwhile, Moxie sprays down Chapman. That's pretty good. Already inside vents. And that is secret area secured for Poo Dreamscape. Meanwhile, Akap, Zowie and Zowie are in a pretty rough situation right now. Inside the garages where there's not really a lot of places to hide. Zowie, however, knows that Moxie is still down there and he's awaiting his peak with that scout. Bulbasaur, on the other hand, has managed to get the kill onto Zowie, leaving Akap and Zowie, 2 versus 4. Zowie slowly creeping ahead, and there's the shot. Moxie faces dead. His teammate is right behind him, and now they're gonna go ahead and take this B-bomb site. But if they are not sure about this already, Bulbasaur is already downstairs. Tommy also jumps into the vents, but Zowie backstabs. Almost gets the kill onto both of them, but Tommy finishes them off finally with only 10 seconds left on the board. Poo Dreamscape, they survive with 2 players left. This round could have been much worse. Frostfire, even though they were on a 4 spy, they did manage to get rid of 3 weapons on the side of Poo Dreamscape. That means they will now have to settle, at least a few of them will have to settle for the SMGs, and that is going to be impression in this round. But the thing is, Poo Dreamscape still have plenty of utility. They have 3 incendiary grenades, 5 smokes, and I'm not sure if that will be enough to stop this relentless aggression towards ramp. We already see Zowie trying to make some shots, and he's gotten the one tap onto the Splashkey. Now it's gonna be up to Moxie to somehow stop Zowie in his tracks over here. Meanwhile, the rest of his teammates are gonna be looking forward to take control of ramp. Zowie slowly and steadily creeping ahead, clearing each and every angle, awaiting more aggression from Poo Dreamscape. Meanwhile, Chapman will be leading the charge towards ramp. Bulbasaur is looking right in his direction. He spots them out, and he's gonna hightail out of there, make his way towards under the ramp. He throws a Molotov that will stop these guys from coming towards ramp just now, but there you go, Moxie's position. He sees them all go up towards heavens, and now Zowie is inside the bomb site. Zowie all alone by himself outside will be taken care of by Moxie. Meanwhile, Impression cleans them up towards the A main site. Poo Dreamscape now at 3-0 will finally have some sort of resistance from Frostfire, as they are going to be looking forward to make these picks happen with the AK-47s. A-Man is already up towards Silo. Zowie, however, takes a lot of damage while trying to make his way towards ramp. He does manage to get the kill onto Bulbasaur, though that is V-side secure for Frostfire, but we already have Tommy, who has rated it downstairs. His position is going to be of crucial importance in this one. Flings the door open, makes the terrorist realize that he is right there, and that's going to be his punishment. Zowie comes in from behind and gets that kill. Zowie also clashes Splashkey off guard as he was jumping across the ramp. Impression now finally takes it up with that SMG and switches to an AK-47. Moxie following close behind, but oh no, he falls straight into the crosshairs of Chapman. That leaves Moxie in a 1 versus 4. Chapman is pretty low, so he can definitely secure the kill onto him. But then he still has 3 more players to take care of. Will Moxie go for this? He's probably going to go for a save. He has a defuse kit and a smoke, but not nearly enough HP to go up against 4 AK-47s. Now his position has been compromised. Akap wants this kill, and he gets it. Frostfire have put up their first round on the board, and Poo Dreamscape are looking in a pretty grim situation as they are forced to purchase Deagles and CCs with no armor. The worst part is, Poo Dreamscape don't even have any utility. No flashes or molotovs, and that will make the job of Frostfire really easy as they show some aggression towards this outer bomb side. 3 of the players downstairs, meanwhile Subby watches them from behind. ACAP still pretty much behind all these guys, and he's going to be leading the charge. No, not leading the charge, he's going to be trailing his teammates. Moxie on towards Heavens has spotted them out going over there. Meanwhile, Bulbasaur has already made his way downstairs in secret, and his position could be of crucial importance by letting Blue Dreamscape at least shut down some of the players who are trying to enter the B-bomb site. Splashkey's position pretty good at this point. We do have Bulbasaur also awaiting over here. Splashkey, he might just be able to get the kill onto Subby right now. Can he do it though? Spotted out by ACAP first, and that is going to leave Moxie and Impression towards the A side all by themselves. Meanwhile, Bulbasaur is going to be looking forward to assist his teammates. He goes upstairs in the vents, but he knows that his teammates have called that area clear, realizes that Frostfire have no other place to go but ramp. Okay, this is a little awkward because we are having some GoTV lag. I'm not sure as to what is happening in China which is making this thing lag, but we will get to the bottom of it, and the match should be live really soon. Okay, technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back with the game soon. Stay tuned. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, back with the game. We apologize for the technical difficulties, but not much was lost while we were gone. Frostfire have picked up 2 kills as of now. Splashkey, Tommy, and Impression coming in for this retake. Tommy's position has already been compromised, but he gets such a good flick onto the Y, and that leaves ACAP in a 1 versus 3 situation. Splashy coming in from Ram, takes an instant bullet to the head as ACAP turns it into a 1 versus 2. Gets the kill onto Tommy as well. Now he has only 1 more player to find. Gets flashed. Oh my god, Impression gets a lucky kill onto him, and this will mean that he will be able to get that bomb defuse. He switches over to the AWP and picks up that defuse kit. Blue Dreamscape are going to walk away with the 4th round on board, and Frostfire will trail by 2 rounds. Look at the scoreboard though. The Y doing so much damage for his team. He's up at 12 kills already. Meanwhile, A-Man hasn't even opened his kata yet. He's still at 0, and he's yet to kill someone. So he really needs to step up at this point. Meanwhile, the rest of his teammates are doing fabulously well. Especially the Y. He's doing so much damage, especially with that scout. This time there's no sniper rifles onto Frostfire. Splashkey gets blinded. Can't really defend this A side, at least for now, as the Molotovs come flooding in towards the top of cab. Frostfire once again going for a pretty passive hold. This time they are going to be sneaking in towards the mini garage, and there you go. Impression has already been spotted. Man advantage secured for Frostfire. We do have Splashkey, who just came in with the help of his teammate, and there you go. Tommy also trying to do some damage. He picks up the double kill. Splashkey also gets one in return, misses the third one, but now it's all gonna be up to Zowie. He did manage to get the kill onto top of Tommy, but now Bulbasaur and Splashkey, they're all gonna be all around him. He finally goes down, and Boo Dreamscape have picked up the 5th round, and they also managed to take some AK-47, so that is gonna be a lot of firepower going onto the CT side. Splashkey with the AWP going towards outside. ACAP is just about to walk into his crosshairs. Luckily, the smoke will cover his retreat, at least for now, as ACAP manages to get inside towards the red box. And he should be safe over here, at least for now. Meanwhile, Moxie is staring down a lot of terrorists at this point. Impression and Tommy holding down a site. And the terrorists at this point have actually not decided to go anywhere yet. They're just holding on to their angles towards the entrance of Cab and the squeaky door. Meanwhile, Bulbasaur did manage to get a kill onto Zowie. And look at that, Splashkey already making that op sing. ACAP gonna go down towards outside area, and now it all boils down to these guys, and they're getting completely shut down as they try to rush towards ramp. Bulbasaur or Maxi go huge as they pick up 2 kills each, and Boo Dreamscape steamroll to the 6th round. Frostfire now have a 4-round deficit, and that is going to leave them in a really tough situation. Even the money doesn't seem to be in their favor, as Frostfire will be once again forced to go for either an eco or go ahead with a pistol and armor buy. Whatever they do, they will definitely not be able to put up a good fight against Boo Dreamscape in this round, as Splashkey looks ahead to continue this massacre with that big green gun. 2 of the players coming towards him. Oh no, he misses the first shot. Knows that there's one more player up towards Silo. Meanwhile, ACAP is already safe in red box. There goes A-Man. There's more player coming towards him. Zowie, oh no, he gets tagged in the leg, but luckily he's still surviving. Chapman, he is also gonna miss that shot. Finally, Moxie comes in with his help, and Splashkey able to land those shots once again. This outer assault from Frostfire completely falling apart, as Moxie and Tommy make the kills happen, and Boo Dreamscape are gonna pick up their 7th round. They are going so far ahead that Frostfire, they really need to catch up, and they need to get at least a few more rounds towards this D side by the end of the half. Otherwise, the CT side is not going to be a good journey for them. This time they finally have enough weapons. AK-47s and a couple of smokes. Look at this, A-Man lies down that smoke and already jumps in towards the vent. He's down towards the B site already. His teammates are not quite near him though yet. We have Zowie and ACAP trying to make something happen towards the outer bomb site. Not the bomb site, towards the outer playground. Meanwhile, Chapman is still holding on to his positions. Bulbasaur, he gets taken down by A-Man as he finally starts to utilize his position. Knows that Splashkey is also gonna be here. Oh, he walks out with a flash in his hand, but A-Man now trying to connect those shots with the AK-47. Finally gonna get that kill onto Splashkey. It's actually Chapman who steals away his kill, but it doesn't really matter. As long as someone gets those kills, it's still happening. Meanwhile, Moxie picks up a kill onto ACAP, who was just trying to get inside the secret. But now, Boo Dreamscape, they have lost all control over the B bomb site. Impression trying to make something happen, but he's just gonna take a bullet to the face. Moxie surviving with only 15 HP, does not really have a lot of options at this point, and all he can do is probably just save this AK-47 and hope that the Frostfire players don't come hunting for him. He can also probably try to go for this retake, maybe a Ninja Diffuse. He has a smoke and a kit. And the best thing is, there's no risk at all, because even if he loses this AK-47, the CTs have plenty of money and they will be able to buy in the next round regardless of whatever happens. Two of the Frostfire players are already out of the bomb site for the hunt. And there you go. He gets the kill onto the white. But does he realize that there's nobody else left on the bomb site? If this happened just like a few seconds ago, he probably could have gone for the retake and even gotten the ninja defuse in. It's just that there's not enough time. Luckily, the Frostfire players are not anywhere near him. So he upgrades from an AK-47 to an AWP. And he is going to save that. Sniper rifle on board for Boot Dreamscape and Frostfire. They do lose plenty of players going into that round. That means a lot of them are going to have to rebuy, which will give them a big economic dent. But luckily, they have plenty of utility to once again put up a good fight against Boot Dreamscape. We have seen how effective those smokes can be outside, and that they especially prepare you to deal with the Opper over there. Really puts you in a good position against him. The only person who the Opper needs help from, Splashkey over here, needs help from Tommy. But Tommy, he's just too busy looking towards the squeaky door. He realizes that the Frostfire players must have already sneaked into its secret. Nobody takes any damage through that smoke, and they are able to manage to safely make their way down there. And now Tommy, anticipating that moment, has already rotated. Can he get those kills though? They're slowly and steadily coming towards him. They check his angle. Tommy misses that spray, and now he's gonna have to fall back or he will lose his life. He finally falls down as Zowie and ACAP hunt him down. Even Tommy's gonna lose his life. All of a sudden, this defense of Boot Dreamscape is falling apart. What the hell? How did Moxie get killed? Zowie is on a roll right now, and that is going to leave Splashkey all by himself in a 1 versus 5. There's absolutely no chance he can clutch this out, so he is just going to have to hope that nobody hunts him down. Saving on top of heavens, Frostfire players are going to be looking forward to take a good squeezy bite at him, and they want to hop away from him. There you go. As soon as he peeks out, he's greeted by a volley of bullets from ACAP. And Frostfire have taken the 4th round as well, now closing the deficit to only 3 rounds. Boot Dreamscape take a tactical timeout. They do not want Frostfire winning any more rounds. If Frostfire is able to get 5 rounds in this first half, they would have done more than a phenomenal job in securing some sort of a lead going into the second half. And Boot Dreamscape, exactly that is what they want to prevent from happening. The AWP onto Splashkey once again, but it's going to be Bulbasaur this time who compromises on the rifle, picks up an SMG in order to pick up some utility as well. But luckily he has smokes and nades, so that will mean that they will be in a good position to shut down Frostfire, at least not let them have their way and put up some sort of a resistance and deny some information. And that's the thing about Frostfire. If they know exactly where you are, if you give them even the slightest bit of information, they are gonna put everything they have and use it against you. And as you can see, once again, Frostfire are going for a pretty passive default right here. We have A-Man, and on top of Silo we have Zowie, both of them watching the outer area. Meanwhile, Zowie is looking for any aggression towards Scab, and one of his teammates is going to be looking towards Ramp. So the terrorists are not really in the mood to do anything just yet. They are waiting for Boot Dreamscape to make any mistakes. Hopefully they will catch one of the Boot players overextending and giving themselves up as a free kill. But there you go, now the smokes and flashes start to come in, and looks like the A execution is gonna be underway. Impression and Bulbasaur on top of this bomb site will be in a good position to shut down all these 4 players who are just about to enter Squeaky and the Cab. We also have backup in the form of Tommy over here, but look at this, now the aggression begins. 3 players onto his A side. Tommy and Impression are instantly gonna lose their lives, and now it's all gonna be down to Moxie and Bulbasaur with only a UMP and an M4 to somehow retake this A site. Moxie realizes where ACAP is, but ACAP ducks, peeks, and puts a bullet in his head, and that leaves Bulbasaur in a 1 versus 5. There you go, he will at least be able to get himself an AK-47, but the question that needs to be answered today is whether or not he will be able to save it. These players, they're out on the hunt for him. He takes down Zowie before finally succumbing to the Zowie spray. And now Frostfire are only 2 rounds away from tying the score with Boot Dreamscape. Frostfire, they've done a pretty good job After being down 7-2, they have brought the score up to 7-5 by stringing 3 rounds together in a row. And now this will mean that Boot Dreamscape's economy is going to be in shambles. They're going to go for pistols, deagles, CZs, and even USPs. They have absolutely nothing to defend themselves against this relentless Frostfire aggression. Even the Molotov is not going to let them stay on top of Cap for long. Bulbasaur, sole defender towards ramp, will now go ahead and reunite with his teammates Splashkey, Moxie, and Impression already inside the cabinet. Meanwhile, it's gonna be Tommy who will be putting up some sort of a defense towards outside. Oh, and look at this, he's already making things work. Gets a kill onto A-Man with that beautiful Deagle headshot. And now Bulbasaur is gonna be in trouble because he has a lot of angry terrorists headed this way. There you go, Bulbasaur dies already. It's all gonna depend onto these 4 people who are still hanging on towards the A side. Just now, Splashkey is gonna drop himself down in the wind and come towards the B side. But where are Frostfire? They don't plan to go towards the lower bomb side at all. They have taken control of ramp, but then they are planning to take control of hell now, and they haven't even gone towards the B bombs. I like the fact that how Boot Dreamscape only sent Splashkey down here and not rotated the entire team. They are aware that Frostfire, they do not like taking a plant as soon as they gather control over one of the main entrances of a bomb site. They still stick around and try to make something else happen. And that's exactly the kind of homework that Boot Dreamscape have done for this match. Both these teams reading each other so well. Splashkey, on the other hand, he now makes things work. Had a pretty good angle over there. Manages to catch Chapman and A-Cap off guard. The wife finally punishes him, but Tommy is here for the trade. And out of nowhere, Subby now finds himself in a 1 versus 3 situation. The bomb is dropped in no man's land, and there is no way that he can retrieve it. He's just simply gonna have to go ahead and save his rifle as Boot Dreamscape extend their lead to 8-5. That was a pretty good eco for Boot Dreamscape. They had an unorthodox buy and a couple of SMGs and an M4, but it was the CZ that made most of the work happen. Frostfire do end up losing that round, but luckily they still have plenty of money left. Enough for AK-47s and all these smokes going towards the outer bomb side. But look at Moxie right here. He's getting so aggressive. He's all the way down towards the outer area, and he will be in a position to catch all these players off guard. But oh no, he messes up that spray, and Subby is going to take him down. A spray from A-Cap and Subby is the end of Moxie. Now Tommy is going to be in trouble because he has to help out his teammate watch the outer bomb side. Splashkey is playing a pretty passive angle over here, and now he has nothing to work with as the angle he was holding gets smoked off. That will mean that Boot Dreamscape will be in a position to not really be able to defend this Frostfire assault because they don't know where they are going. Frostfire do seem to make a point known that they are going to its secret, but then they actually don't end up doing that. Frostfire, they love doing fakes like this. Even in the previous round, we saw something similar. They took control of ramp and pretend that they were going towards the B side, but instead, they end up taking heaven control. Similarly over here, Frostfire pretend like they're going to its secret, but actually end up coming outside of garage and getting the pick onto an Oppo who's towards heavens. But luckily, Boot Dreamscape have got on, and they are not going to let this trick work with them again and again. Now trapped in a 2 versus 3 situation, Chapman and the Y are going to be looking forward to plant that bomb, get those extra $800 in the bank. Here goes the bomb. The Y is already making his way towards fence. He knows that there's going to be CTs coming in from that area. And there you go. He sprays down so much damage. But now Impression survives with only 6 HP. Chapman in a 1 versus 2 situation. Impression is almost like a walking zombie right now. So that's not who he has to worry about. It's Bulbasaur that could be the real problem. And he just revealed himself. What the hell? Impression. He finally sprays him down as his teammate goes ahead and defuses the bomb. Boot Dreamscape have picked up the 9th one. And Frostfire still trailing at only 5. Boot Dreamscape have plenty of money as well. There's not enough cash on Splashkey, but then Moxie might just be able to give him a drop. And he even gets up an AWP. That's wonderful. Talk about giving drops. He gives them an entire arsenal. Frostfire, on the other hand, they also have plenty of money. So this is a locked-in, loaded, fully stocked last round, with both these teams having all they want to make stuff happen. The execute towards the A side is not coming in just yet, but we do have plenty of Molotovs right here. Moxie and Impression still holding on to this bomb site. 4 of the Frostfire players are towards the inner halls and looking to make something happen. Meanwhile, we have Chapman who's trying to clear out the way towards ramp. Splashkey with the AWP, still paranoid about someone coming outside. He has absolutely no idea though that Frostfire are not going to be heading in that direction. Now he just goes ahead and tries to back up Bulbasaur on ramp with the big green gun. Let's see whether or not any of them are going to be coming in his direction. At least for now, that doesn't seem to be the case. A-Man is holding this angle towards outside, waiting a push from any of the Boot Dreamscape players, and it's actually going to be Tommy who might just give him what he wants. That will leave Moxie and Impression alone by themselves on the A side. Splashkey pretty far away, and we have Bulbasaur along with him. Tommy, on the other hand, he is making these skills work, gets the opening frag onto A-Man, and now he realizes there must be someone behind the squeaky door, and here comes the smoke. Moxie, though, I'm not sure if he heard them, but he must have definitely seen something, maybe at least a foot. Now he knows that Frostfire are going to be looking to establish control over the inner halls, but then they probably might not be able to get out of cabs or the squeaky area. That's why they have decided to go once again towards ramp. Zowie does manage to get the kill on Splashkey, and A-Cap comes in with another kill as well. But oh no, Bulbasaur, he catches their opera off guard, and now that leaves A-Cap in a 1 versus 3 last round situation to salvage the round for his team, and that's not gonna happen. Boot Dreamscape have 10 rounds in the first half. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Second half is live. Boot Dreamscape on the T side are going to be splitting up across outer as Frostfire decided to dedicate 3 of their players over there. A-Cap already going down towards Vents. A-Man following close behind. They are going to be holding pretty aggressive angles towards the mini garage as Boot Dreamscape throw these smokes towards outside, and Impression has already sneaked into connector. I'm sorry, he's already sneaked into secret. Tommy is close behind to back him up, but then Impression's position is going to be of crucial importance right here. He spots out A-Cap hiding towards the stairs of Decon, throws those flashes so that he can push him back, but now Impression going to be coming up again and walks straight into the crosshairs of A-Man. There you go, Tommy picking up a double kill. That's wonderful, turns the situation into a 4 versus 3. A-Cap and Chapman, oh my goodness, Chapman, what the hell was that shot? That leaves Zowie and A-Cap all by themselves over here. Zowie with only 5 HP does not have the potential to do much, as his teammate is also going to take a bullet to the head. And he doesn't even need one to the head. A simple graze is enough to take care of him. Boot Dreamscape, 11-5. They have finally entered the double digits. Frostfire doesn't seem to be giving up yet. They have gone for a Force Fire. That means they have upgraded pistols and armor. Not really a lot of Gonatovs or smoke, so I'm really worried about as to what Frostfire will be able to do. But Boot Dreamscape, at least they have plenty of weapons and AK-47s. Moving towards outer garage. Let's see whether or not A-Cap will be able to land these shots with his 5.7. We also have backup in the form of Zowie, but he's watching Cabinet. A-Man is here to spot some people out. He does manage to get a tag onto Impression, down to 72 HP, but now the terrorists have already made their way towards the lower bomb site. Tommy does manage to get the kill onto A-Cap. Bulbasaur and Impression just jumping in and moving towards Decon, while from the CTs, we have Chapman, who's inside the B side, already pointing his deagle towards the trusty orange Deacon door. Let's see where the rest of his teammates are. Oh no, A-Man tries to rotate in via Vents, but Moxie and these guys, they had such a good crossfire over there. Chapman instantly trades him out. 4 versus 2 situation. Chapman and the Y are stuck in a tough spot. Moxie finally takes down Chapman, and now there's only the Y left. Doesn't spot anyone towards the B side. Realizes that these guys are in A. He is probably going to be looking forward to go ahead and take that clutch because he's saved way too many rounds now. Even if he does save now, I'm not going to be holding anything against him. But then I just don't think he should. Your opponents are going to have SMGs anyway, so holding on to a deagle does not really make sense, especially when the rest of your team is dead. If a few more of them were alive though, then I would probably recommend that. Boot Dreamscape having a pretty easy time here, have managed to steamroll to the 12th round. Frostfire down to only 5 and the deficit just keeps on increasing.
Terrorists win.
Frostfire going for a complete eco. It's only going to be the Y with the deagle who has some sort of real firepower, and he's going to be holding the silo door. Meanwhile, ACAP and Zowie have a pretty aggressive angle towards outside. Bulbasaur going to be the first point of contact. Takes one tag, but he's instantly going to get taken down, and even Impression takes a bullet to the head. All of a sudden, Splashkey, Tommy, and Moxie find themselves in a 3 versus 5, and look at this, they're still making kills work. Splashkey drops down to 24 HP, but they do manage to take down 2 of their players. Oh my goodness, the Y with that 1D takes care of Moxie, leaving Splashkey and Tommy in a 2 versus 3. Splashkey trying to fall back. Tommy also caught off guard and out in the open. A-Man just completely finishes him. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Frostfire have broken all the momentum that Boot Dreamscape were building up by winning the first 2 rounds. Here's the 3rd round of the second half in their favor. Scores tied at 12-6. I'm sorry, not tied. At this point, Boot Dreamscape have literally double the amount of rounds that Frostfire have. And they're going to have to work really, really hard if they want to catch up with the Singaporean team. For those of you who don't know, Frostfire is one of the finest teams of Malaysia. And Singapore has Boot Dreamscape. Once again, Boot Dreamscape going for a pretty passive setup. Tommy managed to get 1 kill into A-Man. But then Dubby and Sube are him to trade him out. 3 versus 4 situation, make it a 4 versus 2 as Moxie and Impression are the only ones alive. They have absolutely nowhere to go. They probably could be able to go ramp, but who do we have over there? We already have Chapman waiting for them. We also have backup in the form of the Y who can play a more fluid play style. He can hold the A side as well as the heaven ramp area. Let's see what Moxie and Impression have decided to do in this particular one. Both these players playing so passively, they're not even moving at this point. They're just looking for some aggression from the CTs, and that's exactly what they're gonna get as Chapman takes Impression's head off. Now he falls back towards the B side and puts Moxie in even more doubt. 30 seconds left on the clock. He has the C4. Where does he go? Chapman spots him out, and Moxie wins the fight over towards the B side. Moxie, now, what can he do? He has rotation headed towards him already. Can he get the plant in time? Yes, he does. Oh my goodness, Zowie peeks out at the last second and denies him any extra money that they could have possibly gotten. Frostfire, now they're in a tough spot because Boot Dreamscape are winning actually. Frostfire winning 2 rounds in a row, put Boot Dreamscape back into eco territory. With only P250s in hands, no smokes or flashes, it's going to be really difficult for P250s to make some plays. We also have Deagles on the hands of Moxie and Boot and Impression. But then I'm not sure if they will be able to connect these one-taps. ACAP has shut down Bulbasaur already, and they're getting more kills. ACAP picked up a double. Moxie tries to land that 1 Deek, but there's a lot of bullet headeds in his direction. Drops down to 33 HP already. And that is going to leave the C4, that is Impression, towards the red box. Doesn't really find anything, so he's just going to fall back. Meanwhile, his teammate with the Deagle is still going to hold on to that position, expecting someone to rush. Meanwhile, Splashkey, on the other hand, is trying to pick up a fight with a guy into his A main, but Moxie and Impression, they are just too good of a duo. Both of them gonna be looking forward to sneak into Secret and maybe get that bomb down. But Moxie, he picks up a fight, and now Impression is really low. He cannot survive this. He has to take absolutely no damage, otherwise Impression is gonna die. Nope, it's actually gonna be Moxie who ends up falling. There you go. Subby finishes them off. And Boot Dreamscape, they are still at 12 rounds as Frostfire get much more rounds and start closing the gap. Plenty of flashbangs going into its A side as Boot Dreamscape bring on this assault. Their players have already taken control of the A side as there's only 3 people left on the Frostfighting CT. Impression, oh my god, what is he doing? Tries to jump into the vents through that Molotov, but ends up taking a lot of damage instead. Now it's all gonna boil down to Moxie, and he has no armor, and he's being surrounded on each and every side. Tries to take that fight with Chapman, but he's gonna end up losing it. Frostfire win another one, and they're inching closer and closer to Boot Dreamscape's score. In only 3 rounds, they will be tying the score with Boot Dreamscape. And finally, they take a timeout. Boot Dreamscape really need to get their heads together and figure out what they're up to. Boot Dreamscape have plenty of utility in this one. All those smokes will definitely help them go and establish some control over the outside area, but that's not what they're planning to do this time. In fact, they're just gearing up outside of Cabinet and Squeaky, hoping to get something done towards this A side by a direct aggression. We have Chapman and Subby still holding towards ramp. Meanwhile, we have Zowie over here who's already sneaked all the way down towards outside, and he will be in a very good position to backstab them in case none of the Boot Dreamscape players check this position. Splashkey gonna be the first point of contact over here as he's still holding this angle inside the cabinet area. Meanwhile, ACAP and A-Man gonna smoke off this area so that the Boot Dreamscape players cannot simply just walk in. That smoke could be a disaster though, because players can just jump into the smoke and make their way down the vents. Now this assault has begun. ACAP done a ton of damage. Zowie also chimes in with a couple of more kills. ACAP going huge. He's already picked up 2 kills right now, and that leaves Bulbasaur all alone in a 1 versus 5 situation as Zowie takes her down his teammate. Bulbasaur finally gets 1 kill onto A-Man, but now his position has been compromised, and even the C4 has been dropped. He's gonna have to take all of these fights if he wants to retrieve it. There you go. Takes the fight with Subby over to its heavens, but now he's just gonna back out of there. Subby drops down to hell, and oh, he turns around just in time for Chapman to take the fight with him, but unfortunately he cannot win it. Chapman survives with 15 HP. Boot Dreamscape, they cannot let Frostfire win any more rounds. They're only 2 rounds away from tying the score with them, and this could be a disaster. Boot Dreamscape have enough money for this round, but they will not be having enough if they lose this. Meanwhile, Frostfire, they just continue to build up a bank, and they're turning into the Bank of Singapore right now. I'm sorry, the Bank of Malaysia right now. Jesus Christ, look at that, $8,000 already onto Chapman. And he already has a rifle, so he can probably drop his teammates for the next 3-4 consecutive rounds. Frostfire, even if they lose this one, they will not be in too much trouble because they have plenty of money, but Boot Dreamscape will definitely be. In fact, they've gone for a pretty wise buy this time. Instead of going for a full buy with AK-47s and utilities, they have decided to just stick to armor and some upgraded pistols. Look at that. At the beginning of the round, they had $4,000 something, and now they still have 2,000 left. That means they will be having more than enough money in the next round as well, but they do not have to sacrifice upon this round, and they still have somewhat of a chance. Impression tries to go outside and ends up coming into crosshairs of ACAP, and that's gonna be him taken down instantly. Splashkey takes that peek, wants that 1D onto Chapman, but is he aware about his position? Yes, he is. Oh no, he accidentally misses that spray and Chapman gets that kill. He's still holding strong over there. There's backup in the form of Zowie over here, and even the player from Hell rotates in. The Y, instant spray down, and Tommy Moxie both are gonna end up falling. Frostfire just one round away from catching up with Boot Dreamscape. This is such an intense game. Boot Dreamscape, since they ecoed in the last round. Well, not really an eco. I would call it a quasi-buy. They now have enough money to purchase AK-47s and all the utility in the world and give Frostfire a run for their money. So far, we haven't really seen Boot Dreamscape take a lot of control towards the outside area, and even when they do try to do that, it just fails. All these smokes and flashing going on towards outside. Let's see who is over here to defend this place. It's gonna be the Y actually. The AK-47 who's already made his way down Secret, and a lot of angry terrorists are headed in his direction. It's gonna be up to him to shut them down, but no, he can't even get a single one. Now Bulbasaur, leading the charge for his team, has already taken control of Secret. Chapman is here and he's gonna finish him off. He gets 2 kills before finally being silenced by Moxie's AK-47. Meanwhile, ACAP and Zowie are all left in a 1 versus 2. Oh, make it a 1 versus 3 instead, because we just lost ACAP. Zowie now has a really tough situation. He's being surrounded by Molotovs and smokes, does not really have a lot of place to work with. Meanwhile, Boot Dreamscape, instead of going to its B, they have already made their way to the A-bomb site, and now Zowie is super confused as to where the C4 is going. There's definitely no way he can retake the site. He has a flash and smoke, also has a defuse kit, but then up against 3 players with AK-47s, there's not really much chance. And the moment he peeks his head over towards Heavens, he's going to have that Molotov from Moxie come in towards him. That means he will not be able to enter through Heavens. He's either going to have to go all the way around Mini Garage or go through cabs, none of which seem possible at the moment. Oh my god, this is not happening. This is not happening. Ah, god damn. He almost got that ninja defuse, but Splashkey, luckily he was just sticking around towards the site for a little while longer, and he doesn't let him do that. Turns around, hears him dropping down from heaven, and gets that kill onto him, not letting Frostfire get that ninja defuse. Boot Dreamscape, they once again extend the lead, but this time only by 1 more round. Frostfire, 11 to 13, only 2 rounds away from tying up the scores with them, and same amount. Boot Dreamscape also 2 rounds away from getting to match point. Lining up these smokes towards the outer area. We already have the Y who sneaked in towards Secret. Meanwhile, ACAP is holding a pretty aggressive position towards this garage area right here. So the outside is under good amount of lockdown right now. We also have this one over here, Zowie, in towards Heavens, who will be in a good position to back up his teammates in case they need it. But ACAP, does he hear them going into Secret? I don't really think so. At this point, they will definitely be aware that since they are not towards ramp or towards outside either, there's only one place where they can be. And let's see what the Y can do at this point, already holding this angle with the AWP. He's going to have a lot of angry terrorists walking towards his way right now. And there you go. Oh no, he misses the first shot. He's in a world of trouble. Gets 1. Can he get one more? Nope, he cannot. Chapman and the Y gonna end up falling. Moxie has now taken control of B side. We have Zowie coming in from ramp, and at the same time we have ACAP who's trying to make something happen still over the outside area. Looks like even he's going to be coming in from rank, judging by his position, or maybe they're both going to go for a save. Zowie does manage to get 1 kill, bringing the situation back to a 2 versus 3. Are they going to go for this defuse though? Nope, seems to be the answer as we see Zowie falling back. Even ACAP is trying to skedaddle out of there and move away from the terrorists who will definitely be looking forward to hunt them down. Tommy already wants those kills. He's heading up those stairs, and he will be taking the fight with ACAP just about now. Oh, he cannot win it, and that's Tommy gonna end up falling. 1 AK-47 lost for Boot Dreamscape, but they still have plenty of money, so they are not in trouble right now. Splashkey also goes up the same way, knows exactly where ACAP is, and he wants to finish what Moxie started. There you go. Moxie finally gets that kill onto Zowie, and that's only gonna be 1 M4 saved by the CTs. Boot Dreamscape only one round away from match point. Frostfire have to do whatever they can. Luckily, they do have enough money for this buy, but they are going to have to make some compromises. Aman and Chapman end up settling for Hamases instead of M4s. Meanwhile, the AWP is going to be on the Y. He does not have any head armor. It's not like he needs it, but he's going to be holding it towards ramp, and he's going pretty aggressive. He's pushing all the way in. Even Chapman is close behind him to follow up. Let's see whether or not they're able to make this push work. Boot Dreamscape, are they aware about this positioning? I don't really think so. Meanwhile, Impression has already reached into his secret, and that will mean the B bomb side is compromised right now. And oh my goodness, Aman and Zowie shut them down completely. All of a sudden, it's only Impression left in a 1 versus 5. Zowie is pretty low. He might just be able to get the kill onto him, but not happening. He gets greeted by a volley of bullets from multiple different angles, and Impression also gonna end up falling. My goodness, that was a shutdown from Frostfire. They completely annihilated Boot Dreamscape's attempt to execute towards the A site. Boot Dreamscape are going to have to work harder if they want to get to that match point. They have some AK-47s, but Bulbasaur and Tommy are going to have to compromise and settle for upgraded pistols instead. Here comes the nades, blows open the squeaky door, and they come rushing out. They have a lot of resistance facing on the way, but the smoke in the mini garage might just keep Bulbasaur alive for now. Meanwhile, Impression has lost his life. We already have a backstab coming in from ramps, and all of a sudden, all these players are just going to end up falling, and Splashkey finds himself in a 1 versus 3. The C4 is dropped out in the open. Luckily, the CTs are not onto him yet, but he has no escape. He might just be able to get inside vents if the Frostfire players are a little less careful, and that's exactly what he does. He just sneaked past them. Luckily, ACAP is here on the lower bomb side, and he's gonna catch him off guard. Frostfire 1 round away from catching up with Boot Dreamscape, and the Singaporean team Boot Dreamscape just 1 round away from getting to match point. This is such an intense game, and like I pointed out, both these teams are really good on nukes, so this is nothing less than what we should have expected. But this time, Boot Dreamscape, their economy is kind of in shambles. They can afford to go for a force buy, but they're not going to do that. Instead, they will eco so that they can purchase decent weapons in the next round directly. Meanwhile, Frostfire, they're going to have an easy time catching up to Boot Dreamscape, and this round will probably end up becoming a 14-14 scenario. Boot Dreamscape still holding those massive angles. Splashkey has swung the door open, is waiting for one of the Frostfire players to just simply walk into his crosser so he can 1-deke him. Luckily, he's not going to find anything just yet. But at the same time, Tommy has already made his way towards Mini Garage, takes a bunch of damage and falls back, fearing for his life. Here comes the smoke towards Mini Garage, and there you go. Oh, what? Zowie! He walks straight into the crosshairs of Splashkey, and that's a nice 1D onto him. Now it's going to be up to Aman and Chapman to somehow defend this A site. Chapman is towards ramp, though. ACAP is there to back him up. The Y, where's this guy? He's up at Heavens, and it's going to be up to the Y and Aman to look after this A-bomb site as the Boot Dreamscape players are just about to break in. But at the same time, as I say that, ACAP has managed to push all the way down ramp and get a kill onto Tommy. He also manages to fall back, bring the situation back to a 4 versus 4. Boot Dreamscape have gone for a passive playstyle for the time being, still looking for more picks. Not really the best strategy that you could go for when you don't really have a lot of good weapons. The best that they can hope to do is just break into the bomb site berserk and somehow get the bomb plant, get that extra money so that they have some advantage going into the next round. But oh, they settle for something even better. All of them sneak into the vents, and now this B bomb site is going to be under assault. We do have players coming in from ramp already, but they are a bit too far away. Chapman, the first line of defense, gets 1, 2, 3 huge frags from Chapman. Moxie tries to make something happen towards the A side, but then A-Man is here, and he's gonna shut them down. Frostfire have caught up with Boot Dreamscape. 14-14, both these teams are just so close to each other. Well, that was a really quick technical pause. I would have expected it to last for like 5-10 minutes, but they just got done with the problem really quick. Boot Dreamscape have to make some compromises. Can't really afford all the weapons that they want to right now. but they have at least something, and that's better than nothing. Frostfire, on the other hand, have all the utility and weaponry in the world to stop Boot Dreamscape. And it does seem that the terrorists will need a change of pace in this particular round. They have been going for split pushes all this while, and even though it did work for them at times, like they were able to get the bomb plant, but they were simply not able to hold on to the post-plant situations, and that exactly has been what's going wrong for them, at least for now. Now, Bulbasaur and Moxie trying to make things happen towards the outside area, but they're simply going to lose impression, and they will let CTs escape with that man advantage. Splashkey, on the other hand, is already downstairs over here, so his position could be of crucial importance right now. Let's see what his teammates are up to. Bulbasaur and Tommy still holding on towards the outside area. Moxie is just making his way inside. Bulbasaur gonna be holding right here. Tommy, on the other hand, his position could be of nice. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Splashkey already making things work. Has picked up the kill onto ACAP. Does the Y know that he's down there? Yes, he does. But he's looking towards ramp right now. And he spots him out. And there you go. The Y pulls the trigger and ends his life. Now puts Tommy and Moxie in a 2 versus 3 situation. They have to win this round. Otherwise, Frostfire will get to match point. They had such a good advantage while starting this match, but now Frostfire have all caught up, and it does seem that they will be going away with this round as well. B-bomb site under assault. Luckily, none of the CTs are here just yet. Let's see what they are up to. A-Man still holding the heaven area. Chapman up on the A side. Meanwhile, Zowie is the closest point of contact who will make these fights happen towards the B-bomb site first. Moxie on top of these rafters. Tommy is already trying to get a kill onto Chapman into its Zekon. Somehow survives with 16 HP and hides from the players coming in from ramp. Oh my god, both the terrorists are just solo right now. And Moxie caught in the 1 versus 1 has only 13 HP to work with. A-Man can actually pull this off, and he does. Climbs up onto the railing and puts a bullet in his head. Oh my goodness, Frostfire, what a wonderful performance. They were trailing 10-5 in the first half, but now they are the first team to get to match point. And how the hell did this happen? Boot Dreamscape, they have to win this round anyhow if they want to push this game into overtime. Otherwise, Frostfire is going to walk away with map number 1, and that should give them a lot of advantage going into this best of 3 series. Boot Dreamscape don't have nearly as much utility as they would have liked to. 5 smokes should be enough to get them across the outside area towards secret with relative safety. But then they will not have anything left for the post-plant situations, and that is what I'm concerned about. The Y with the AWP trying to rattle off some shots, but they have all just walked straight past him. He will not be able to do anything, at least for now. ACAP already inside secret, has a lot of angry terrorists headed his way, has a Molotov to shut them down, but he's not going to use it just yet. Instead, he has a fire grenade coming towards him. How the hell does he not see those guys? The fumes of the Molotov are not letting him see anything just yet. That nade could do a ton of damage, and oh my god, that's the C4 down right there. And this could mean trouble. The terrorists will have to retrieve this, and ACAP is simply not going to let them do it very easily. And they are falling like flies. Boobsaur and Impression, the only ones left. They are lost inside the smoke. They can't even enter secret right now because they have so many guns pointed in their direction. Bulbasaur trying to land a 1-tap onto ACAP, but he's just toying around. He now also has Chapman in the form of backup. Flash comes in, not gonna blind anyone just yet, but Bulbasaur somehow gets across that angle, and now A-Man is fighting him. Look at that bait switch setup that these guys have. A-Man finally gonna end up losing his life, but he's managed to tag down Bulbasaur to 44 HP. 2 versus 4, 30 seconds left on the clock. These guys have to make a move, otherwise Frostfire are gonna end up winning this one. Zowie has that orb pointed towards him. Impression gets away with the C4, but can he get any more kills? Gets the kill onto the Y. 1 versus 3, 20 seconds left on the clock. Oh no, this could be the monkey wrench. He goes upstairs, but luckily Zowie is there waiting for him on top of heavens, covering his exit from the vents. And ladies and gentlemen, Frostfire, the team from Malaysia, are gonna end up taking map number 1 in this best of 3. Stay tuned, we have more matches coming, and Boot Dreamscape, they are going to be facing a lot of pressure right now. They have to win 2 maps in a row if they want to make it to the semifinals. Otherwise, this could very well be the upset of the tournament. Stay tuned, we will be back soon. I didn't like that song. I'm gonna change it.
The Ultimate by Blue Stally. Brought to you by Guitar Center.
This is the ultimate. I can't go for it.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down. empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found. But you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air, like a blazing flare. Don't stare, cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. You meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares through. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, I'm gonna do this on my own. No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh, I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The match is about to begin. Frostfire versus Blue Dreamscape up in the second map of the quarterfinal. We already have Zowie pushing all the way down towards Ivy. This could be a really good position from him, and if he can get this genius play worked up, this will make all the difference in the world. Ayman, on the other hand, is trapped towards heaven. He's trying to rattle off these shots. Tommy finally picks off Zowie, punishes his aggression towards Ivy, and now it's all going to be down to Splashkey. Chapman is coming in. Oh my god, he's flashed. What the hell? He somehow still manages to survive and land those shots. A-Cap, the Y, 2 versus 4 situation. What can they possibly do in this one? They have a really tough time going on over here. A-Cap. Oh, he spots out this guy from behind, but can he get this shot in? Yes, he can. Moxie taken down instantly. Impression now up against him with this guy towards the team main. There's simply not enough time left, and Frostfire, they are gonna have to concede this round. Blue Dreamscape will win the round number 1. This round going directly in their favor. And that's so much information taken. Alright, there was a little bit of an awkward lag, but I hope that isn't the case anymore. We will be getting back to this game really soon. Round number 2 about to start. Let's see what they have in store for us this time. Blue Dreamscape, they have purchased some pretty good weapons. 3 AK-47s on board. This could be pretty risky considering that most people would ideally just go for SMGs and try to get some extra money, $600 with that bonus skill. But they are going to use these AK-47s in some long-range fights and hopefully get a few picks going in their way right at the beginning. Frostfire, they don't have much. A couple of CZs and some armor. We do have a scout onto A-Cap, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do much. He does manage to get the kill onto Bulbasaur, but now he's in a fight with Moxie. Can he win this? No, he cannot. The White is going to end up falling, but oh, A-Man also takes a bullet to the head. All of a sudden, this defense is just falling apart. Zowie now finds himself in a 1 versus 4 situation. There's not much he can do at this point. Going in towards the other. Moxie is here to shut him down. There you go. First kill comes in. Can he do any more? Gets that AK-47, but oh no, Splashkey just comes back in time and denies him any weapon that he can pick up. Blue Dreamscape have picked up the second round. Round number 3 going live, and this time Frostfire have absolutely no choice but to go for a complete eco. Only USBs with them, and this is a pretty ballsy strat. All of them are going towards the A side. Splashkey opens things up again. The kill on Chapman. Tommy follows up with a few more. And look at this. These guys are going berserk right now. All of a sudden, all the Frostfire players have died. Zowie now in a 1 versus 5 situation, and now he can't do anything much. This was a complete massacre. Blue Dreamscape demolishing Frostfire. Well, it was kind of expected though, because this is an eco round and it's going to be pretty easy frags for these guys. There's not much that they can do at this point, so that's 2 frags with the SMG. That means $1,200 free dollars in the bank of Blue Dreamscape. Now Frostfire have finally a decent buy. Let's see what they're able to do with this one. They have a couple of FAMASas and M4s. They do have 3 incendiary grenades, which will be super helpful for them going into this round. This should be enough to let Blue Dreamscape be stopped in their tracks. But as of now, Blue Dreamscape are focusing their attention towards the inner bomb site. They have sent 2 of their players already in towards the inner halls, while the rest of them are gearing up for 2 smokes outside of the T base. Pretty passive setup for now. Blue Dreamscape are once again looking forward to just gather as much information as they can. All these smokes are going to be thrown in. There you go. Zowie finally takes this fight. He's instantly going to be taken down. Good for nothing at this point. Chapman and A-Man now find themselves in a 2 versus 5 situation. And there you go. Splashkey going berserk. Gets a kill onto Chapman as well. What the hell is A-Man going to do? He does manage to take down Bulbasaur, but that's all he's going to be good for. He's still in a 1 versus 4, and he is just going to save. He's up against the CT base and the Blue Dreamscape players. They are definitely going to be hunting him down. If he does not survive with this weapon, Frostfire will have no money going into the next round. But they will have some loss bonus since they lost like 4 rounds in a row. So that will mean they will have $2,800. No, sorry, $2,900 upon the loss of the 4th round. But we have Impression crawling his way already. Can he survive this? Nope. Impression is going to take him down. Impression also himself just manages to barely escape by the skin of his teeth with only 20 HP left. But now Boot Dreamscape are on a roll. They have picked up 4 rounds in a row. And this could mean a disaster for Frostfire if they are not able to stop these guys in time. Once again, Boot Dreamscape might just be looking forward to extend this lead to 5-0 as Frostfire do not have weapons. Once again, they are going to settle for a couple of Deagles, PT-50s and CZs. We have a USB on the chat, man. He did not upgrade to anything. But there you go, Boot Dreamscape taken as an opportunity to once again bring on the full-scale A-side onslaught. Promi already all the way down towards Ivy, and he has taken so much control at this point. Bulbasaur picks up a double kill at this point. He's down to 11 HP, but he's done the job. He's done more than enough damage. A Cap, the Y, and Zowie 3 versus 5 situation. The retake has begun. There's absolutely no point for them to save these pistols. They are definitely going to try and go for this retake, or if not, they could at least try to get a couple of exit kills. Zowie looking around team main. There is an Oppo waiting for him around that corner. Can Splashkey land that shot? Oh, he cannot. But the CZ is enough. Oh my goodness. Splashkey gets both those kills. What the hell, dude? There was absolutely no way Splashkey was supposed to survive that, but he gets both of them. I would have expected Frostfire to get at least that 1 kill onto him and save that AWP, but none of that is going to happen. And my goodness, Boot Dreamscape look unstoppable right now. Splashkey leading the charge with 9 kills already and no deaths. No deaths, 9-0. That's an impressive 9 KDR game. Wow. Frostfire, they really have to step up their game, not just as a team, but also individually. They need to start fragging. And that's just simply not happening at this point. Boot Dreamscape bringing on this Ivy assault, but they're going to get shut down. Aka picks up double kill. Zowie also picks up 2 more of his own. Now all of a sudden Moxie is left in a 1 versus 4 and he has absolutely no idea what to do. The C4 is dropped in no man's land. It's beyond the smoke and there's no way he can retrieve it just now. He's going to go ahead and try to make his way towards Ninja, where he is going to be facing the Y. He turns around and gets that flick onto him. For those of you in the viewership who are just annoyed of this lag, I have to tell you that this is not really our fault. Since the tournament is happening in Shanghai and our studio is somewhere else, the Chinese firewalls are a little different from the rest of the world, so we have to just bear with it and just go ahead. Meanwhile, Frostfire, they are looking in trouble as Boot Dreamscape have declared war over this A-bomb site. Tommy already coming in, gets the kill onto Splashkey, but no, gets the kill onto Zowie. But then Zowie over here takes down the Oppo versus Oppo duel and gets the kill onto Splashkey. Impression follows up with 1 more 3 versus 4 situation. The Y, oh no, he splashed. He somehow climbs up to the top of heaven, but he's gonna get spammed down by a lot of bullets. And oh wow, Impression with another cool headshot. Now A-Man in a 1 versus 4. What can he possibly do at this point? He's just coming in from Connector, trying to get this rotation back in time, but he cannot do anything at this point. He's gonna have to go for a save. He's still crawling, standing at the edge of the stairs, and Impression is once again walking towards him. Knows that A-Man was also saving that last. A-Man was saving just here in the last round as well, so he is going to be on the lookout for him. But then A-Man, he gets the jump onto him, manages to save that AK-47. But Tommy though, look at his position. He's coming in from highway, and I don't think A-Man is aware about this. He's still looking towards the stairs and the lower ramp area. And there you go, he's spotted. Moxie wins this duel, and he's not gonna let A-Man save that rifle. Boot Dreamscape have gone on to take a 6-1 lead, which is pretty impressive as of now. Once again, we apologize. This is not the stream lagging, this is actually a problem for the GoTV. Since China has a different version of CSGO from the rest of the world, they have the perfect world version. And since China also have really restrictive internet policies, we don't really have an option but to just cast the game as it is. Our stream is doing fine, so is our internet. This GoTV lag is actually on behalf of the people in Shanghai right now. But I think we will probably have an easier time if we switch to the Indian GoTV rather than relying on their own stream. We'll try that experiment soon. But for now, let's focus on the game. Boot Dreamscape once again have gotten 2 kills to their names already. It's a 3 versus 5 situation. Zowie still holding on towards the bottom of short ladder. He's gonna have a lot of terrorists headed his way. There is one more CT on in the B side and one more to back up Zowie on A. But what do Dreamscape have in mind right now? Zowie gonna be forced back, but he's facing a lot of people coming his way from Team Main. Takes down Moxie. Can he get any more kills? That depends to be seen. He's finally gonna burn to death. Bulbasaur jumps down and gets the kill onto him as well. But Zowie, he's here with the trade. He takes down Tommy. A-Man and Zowie 2 versus 3. Zowie, his position has been revealed. So at this point, Dreamscape will be really careful while approaching him, as they are now trying to enter to its teammate. Look at Splashkey. He's already on the lookout for Zowie. He wants to take that kill before he can enter the site. Drops the C4 deliberately so that he can make him aware about that position. But it's actually going to be Bulbasaur who finishes him off. Now A-Man peeks out of Connector, tries to take that fight, but he's going to be double peeked, and there's no way he can fight both of them at once. A-Man is also going to go down as Dreamscape look unstoppable right now. 7-1. And oh my goodness, Frostfire really need to step it up. You know what, we are actually going to use this time and switch over to the different feed of GoTV. Hopefully that one won't be as laggy as this. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, we are back to the in-game feed, and this one is a little choppy, but at least it's not that super laggy. So hopefully we should be having a better time. We already know the outcome of this round. This round has already happened. A-Man is actually going to lose this fight. He can't even get a single kill in this one. So we just skip back in time a little. But here we are. Dreamscape leading 7-1. Train CFG loaded, and we should have a much easier time spectating the game right now. Frostfire taking that much needed tactical timeout. They need to figure out how to stop this Dreamscape juggernaut. And it's not like Dreamscape are doing something really complex at this time, alright? They're just simply relying on their brute force and just breaking their way into the site. It's not like they're faking or anything. They're not even playing mind games with Frostfire. It's just pure sheer aim at this point. And Frostfire, they need to step up, not just as a team, but individually, and bring out those aim battles if they want to stop this Dreamscape juggernaut. Once again, we are going to see Dreamscape slithering up across the map. We have Bulbasaur going in towards the lower ramp, where he will come across A-Man, the lone defender on the B site. Meanwhile, Zowie and his teammate A-Cap are going to take control of the short ladder area. As I say that, some of the Dreamscape terrorists are going to be looking to make their way inside the A site from the Ivy area, and this could be really easy for them at this point, because Frostfire have actually rotated in towards the inner bomb site. That is the B side. They have a 4-man stack towards B, and Zowie is moving in from behind them. He might just be able to get the kill onto Moxie and Bulbasaur right now, as they are all about to get surrounded. There you go. Down goes Moxie. Now Bulbasaur dropped in a really awkward situation. He's surrounded on each and every direction with nowhere to go. Meanwhile, Dreamscape have already gotten the plant towards the A site. And now Frostfire realize that they have been bamboozled. At least they managed to get an AK-47 out of this exchange. But now the post plant is going to be really difficult for them. Tommy holding the team main entrance. Splashkey going towards Ivy. Gets that shot. Can he get any more? There's one more waiting just around the corner, and he does it. Splashkey with a double kill. It's all going to be down to Zowie and A-Man now. 2 versus 3. A-Man, there's absolutely no way he's going to go for this. And even Zowie is going to end up saving that AK-47. Dreamscape, they win the round, but they did end up conceding 2 of the weapons to Frostfire, which will really help them going into the next one. And there you go. Impression knows exactly where Zowie likes to hide, and that's why he throws that Molotov down in that angle, wants to take it down. But A-Man, this time is the surprise element. Zowie fires a shot and makes Impression know that this is exactly where I'm hiding, baits him in, only for A-Man to finish him off. 8-1. Boo Dreamscape are looking kind of unstoppable at this point. The only hope of them getting these rounds is if Zowie and Chapman, they are able to get those ops, and hopefully Zowie can start hitting some shots with that AWP. But so far, he hasn't even seen that sniper rifle in his hands. Zowie, that's a pretty aggressive position. This could either make or break his day. If he gets backstabbed from shot ladder, then he's gonna be in trouble. Zowie is watching it, but he will not be able to save Zowie if any of the terrorists make their way inside over there. Meanwhile, we do have Tommy over here who's just lurking around the inner halls trying to gather some information. Zowie now finally going to take that fight, and Impression is going to win it. Zowie is here for the trade, but he's not quite able to get it in time. Still lurking around the electric box, but can he get any more kills? Are the Boo Dreamscape players aware about his situation? There you go, Splashkey spots him out and puts a bullet in his gut as Moxie and Tommy finish off the rest of the players. My goodness, Boo Dreamscape 9-1 lead. That is phenomenal. Frostfire may have taken map number 1, but it does look like map number 2 will be going in favor of Boo Dreamscape. If Frostfire do not step up their game, we probably might just be going to a map number 3 as well if Boo Dreamscape are able to make a substantial comeback in this one. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. At this point, we have 0 kills onto Chapman. 0. So you know who's choking right now. Frostfire once again gonna be on an eco. ACAP does have an armor helmet retained, but then that's all he's going to be good for, as that 5-7 can't really get a lot of kills. He has absolutely no idea where to look. He tries to look towards Ivy, but he's going to get backstabbed. And now Zowie also going to burn to death. Walks into the... I have no words to explain the situation. Boo Dreamscape, they're just completely annihilating Frostfire right now. Manhandling them. This is way too much, man. This is way too much dominance. Also, at the same time, this is way too much lag. Look at that. Frostfire finally bringing out the desperate double op setup. This is going to be essential for them if they want to stop the Boo Dreamscape advance. There you go, Zowie going with the op towards the inner halls. That's a nice flash. Blinds all the Boo Dreamscape players, but Zowie is not able to connect those shots. Now he's going to have to fall back. Meanwhile, A-Man has lost his life trying to defend the bomb train. Splashkey loses that op duel with Zowie. He's hungry for more. Can he get any more? ACAP is also here. Has rotated already from the connector area. But can he do any more damage? Zowie picks up one more. Meanwhile, Impression and Moxie, they are gonna be in trouble. They are already making their way back towards the A site from shot ladder. Zowie is here. He throws that smoke down here to prevent their escape towards the A site. But Moxie, he has different plans. Now, they have 1 whole minute to figure out what they want to do, because the B bomb site is under complete lockdown, and so is a 2 versus 4 situations, and these guys are gonna have to hit some nutty shots if they want to win this round against Frostfire. Impression trying to sneak out of shot ladder. Oh, he got spotted. Now both the ops are going to be pointed towards him. Zowie is already looking towards Ivy, but that's not where the players are. The Y with the AWP knows exactly what these guys are doing. ACAP is already in connector. Can he land the shot though? Yes, he can. Impression gonna go down. It all boils down to Moxie. 1 versus 4, knows that there's an offer in connector, knows there's another offer in towards the Ivy entrance. He does manage to drag down Zowie to really low HP, but now he's going to be facing ACAP. A pre-fire around the corner should be enough to take care of him, but then ACAP, way too fast, takes care of him, and finally, Frostfire have the second round. They are starting to slowly but surely claw their way back into the game, or maybe I just said it too early. Now, this is the most risky round. If Frostfire lose this round, their economy is going to be reset, and Boo Dreamscape will have absolutely no difficulty steamrolling and winning each and every remaining round in the half. So this is the round of crucial importance. If Frostfire somehow survive this one, then they might have some hope of bringing their way back into the game. But okay, that was a bad nade from Zowie. It accidentally bounces on himself. Luckily, it doesn't end up injuring himself, but that's $300 wasted. Already inside sandwich. This is a pretty aggressive position that he's taking. He does have backup in the form of the Y over here, and also Chapman, who is trying to guard the Ivy position so that Zowie does not have to worry about 2 places at once. Molotov is going to force him out of position. He's on top of the train and he's wide exposed. Oh no, the flash blinds him. Somehow he's still alive. The Y tries to take that fight. He's going to end up taking down Tommy and Splashkey. These two players are falling like flies. Finally, the CT opera is dead. Subby is in an awkward position. Both these players are trapped to a sandwich. Oh my goodness, Eamon also going to lose his life. It all boils down to a 1 versus 3 situation. Subby, how the hell is he still alive? Moxie looking in his direction. Is he aware that Subby is directly behind him? No, he gonna get that frag. Turns it into a 1 versus 2. He now has the option of switching to an AWP, but he's not gonna do that. Meanwhile, Blue Dreamscape, they have made their way towards the B-bomb site. Subby now has to choose a weapon and go for this retake, because if he doesn't, he is gonna let Blue Dreamscape win the 11th round, and that is way too much advantage for one half. Okay, it does seem that he is gonna save. Blue Dreamscape are definitely gonna end up winning the 11th round. And the thing that I feared the worst has come true. After losing so many rounds in a row, Frostfire win the 12th round, and now in the 13th round they are looking at the end of a loss again. That means their economy will be reset. They won't get a lot of money. We do have $2,000 onto ACAP, and after this round he's gonna get 1,400 more. That means the maximum money that Frostfire are gonna have is $3,400 on one player. Not enough to buy any rifle, but at least they managed to secure that AWP, so that's something going in their favor. Blue Dreamscape already have way too much of a advantage right now. 11 rounds on the T side is just too good. The Y tries to take that fight. Moxie towards teammate wants to go ahead and give it a peek, give it a jiggle. Meanwhile, it's going to be Bulbasaur who's going to be leading the charge towards the inner halls. Meanwhile, Chapman has spotted out so many players towards Ivy, throws that flash in a desperate attempt to keep them at bay. Luckily, they're not going to be pushing in just yet, not at least until the smokes have landed. Now Frostfire, their signals are going haywire all over the place. They can see players literally everywhere. We do have a crossfire between Chapman and the Y over here. This could be a disaster. The Y has a good angle onto them with that AWP. Also a FAMAS just around him to give him backup in case they need so. Blue Dreamscape, they've stopped in their tracks. They're not going ahead at all. Then they want Frostfire to take the first peek. They want to punish that aggression from Frostfire, but that's simply not going to happen. A smoke comes in. The Y is going to be rendered useless. Chapman has a lot of flashbang coverage towards him. That FAMAS, and oh my god, Tommy looks away in the wrong time, and Chapman gets an easy kill onto him. Does not even take a single tick of damage. Now it's going to be up to Subby to somehow guard the team main entrance while Chapman is doing a lot of damage over here. ACAP also comes in, and he's managed to secure that kill towards the short ladder area. This A-side assault is just falling apart for Blue Dreamscape right now. We do have Impression who just tried to come in towards Ivy, but he's going to get shut down by a volley of bullets from Chapman. Also, he was distracted by the AWP towards Beyond the Smoke. Now Splashkey finds himself all alone in a 1 versus 5, but does he realize that there are so many players on Frostfire who are so low? If he switches over to an AK-47, he can definitely get at least some more kills, but that's not going to happen as Frostfire pick up the 3rd round of this half, and they pick up the double op as well. Frostfire, they have been desperately trying to bring out the double op setup ever since they started winning any rounds, and now they finally have it. Talk about having the right kind of weaponry going into the last one. They finally deserve this kind of defensive setup, and they've been dreaming about it ever since they won their first round. But Blue Dreamscape are no small fry. They are still going to give them a really tough fight. Splashkey taking that op towards the inner halls, expecting a push towards highway, and that's exactly what he's going to get. There you go. A-Man holding a pretty passive angle. As soon as he peeks, it's going to be the end for him, as Splashkey already has the angle towards him. His teammates are also just starting to make their way inside. ACAP, however, is along with the Y to its connector, and it's a good idea to put both these oppers into its connector so that they can rotate to either of the sites needed. The Y gets 1 kill, but he's gonna get flashed, and now it's gonna be this A-side assault taking place from Blue Dreamscape. Bulbasaur and Impression getting so many kills, and all of a sudden Chapman finds himself in a 1 versus 3. He does manage to get the kill onto Impression, but he's down to 7 HP now. There's absolutely nothing he can do, and Blue Dreamscape, what a dominant half. There you go. He just gives up. He knows that there's absolutely no way he can win this. He just jumps into that fire and sacrifices himself. 12-3 on the T side. Oh my god. Frostfire, they have a really steep uphill battle in front of them. And by the looks of it, no matter what they do, it does seem that Blue Dreamscape are going to end up winning this one because they are stronger on the CT side. If they already have 12 rounds and they end the first half, it does seem that we are going to go to map number 3. Second half of the Zowie eXTREMESLAND Shanghai quarterfinal live between Frostfire and Blue Dreamscape. Bulbasaur going aggressive towards Ivy, and he's going to end up paying for it with his life. We do have backup in the form of Moxie. Even Tommy is waiting just around the corner, and there you go. They are starting to get these kills. So many kills going in the favor of the CTs. And now all of a sudden, ACAP and the Y find themselves in a 2 versus 4. Make it a 1 versus 4 as Splashkey eliminates the Y. And oh, that was a good shot from ACAP, but he's not going to be able to do much as Moxie finishes him off. Blue Dreamscape have won the pistol round as well. Oh my god, no. That's not the kind of start Frostfire would have wanted for the second half. They desperately needed to win this pistol round if they wanted to survive in this game for any longer. But at this point, it does seem that Blue Dreamscape are going to have absolutely no problem winning Train and pushing this game to map number 3, which is going to be Inferno. Inferno, in my opinion, is more a balanced map. Oh, look at the Y trying to land that one deke. Manages to damage Splashkey to 71 HP, but that scout is just too good. And there goes the Y. 4 teammates left for Frostfire. What are they going to do? Slowly and steadily moving towards the inner halls. We do have Impression over here along with Tommy defending the B bomb site. But do Frostfire have enough flashes or smokes to cover their entry into this site? I think not. They're all going to come in from highway. They're just jumping in. Tommy takes the first 3 kills. And oh my god, what a spray down! Completely demolished. Impression and Tommy. A volley of bullets surging towards Frostfire. And they are now just 1 round away from map point. It's important that I keep telling that this is a map point and not the match point, because Frostfire have taken map number 1. And if Blue Dreamscape win this, we will be seeing a map number 3. The winner gets to play the semi-finals of Zowie eXTREMESLAND 2018. Frostfire bringing out whatever buy they can in a desperate attempt to win a single round. We have an SMG onto Subby, and there you go, jumps straight down and trades with an M4. That's a good start, but he's going to get instantly traded out by Bulbasaur, who is going to rain down a volley of bullets onto them. They're trying to get those kills, but Splashkey doing so much damage. Subby and Chapman going to pick up one more. Impression comes in for the backstab. A-Man was looking in his direction, but just turns away at the last second. Now Impression all by himself knows exactly where Chapman is. That nade could do a lot of damage. Turns down Chapman to 9 HP, and that Molotov could be the finishing grace. And there you go. He finishes them off with that FAMAS, and Blue Dreamscape have map point. Frostfire, only 3 rounds. In a high stakes match like this, it doesn't really matter who wins. It also matters how you win it. Since the previous game was just so close and Frostfire won that game by the skin of their teeth. By the way, if you guys didn't tune in, Frostfire won Nuke 16-14. That was a really close game. And after they lose Train in such a horrendous fashion, Blue Dreamscape are going to have a lot of confidence going into the final map. And Frostfire, they're going to be feeling like shit. That's definitely not the kind of mental state you want to be in, especially when you're in the quarterfinals of such an important tournament. Oh, that nade does not really do too much, but ACAP is going to get taken down. Bulbasaur manages to retreat to safety after getting 1 kill, and that is man advantage secured for Blue Dreamscape already. Another nade comes sailing in towards Subby. Luckily, it does not do too much damage. Tags him down to 80 HP. But his teammates are making the fight happen with Tommy. Tommy misses that shot, and he has to fall back as a result. Now, does he have backup? There is Impression to help him out, but then they are not going to need his help just right away because Frostfire are not going towards the inner bomb site. They are just chilling in the inner halls and trying to get a few picks, and then they will decide whether they will go towards A or B based on which picks they get and where. 40 seconds left on the clock, and Frostfire have to make a decision at this point. Boot Dreamscape, they are not really going aggressive at all right now, and that's a good decision because they don't need to. They have the man advantage. They should just stick to their bomb sites and retain that man advantage. Don't give away the advantage to Frostfire. And there you go, all of them come pouring in through the lower entrance. Impression gets one, but doesn't able to get more. Oh my god, even Tommy is gonna go down. The White Chapman, both secure themselves some AK-47. Zowie holding the backstab. Meanwhile, Chapman is gonna go down. The Y and Zowie now in a 2 versus 3. Oh my god, he doesn't able not to get. My goodness, what is happening right now? The Y somehow hiding in the smoke. Now goes towards the end of the highway ladder, and he's finally gonna end up falling. Boot Dreamscape, they have secured map number 2, and ladies and gentlemen, we will be going live at map number 3 really soon. Stay tuned. The scores are tied at 1-1. Frostfire win Nuke 16-14, and Boot Dreamscape win Train with what do I say now? It's like 3 rounds conceded to the other team. That's a dominant win, and that will definitely put Frostfire in a really bad situation mentally, because they are going to lose a lot of their confidence after losing in such a brutal fashion. So Boot Dreamscape will definitely be feeling good going into the final map. Stay tuned, we will be back with map number 3, which is going to be Inferno really soon.
watch over us all as sun
suns are rising on a distant planet yours. They are watching and waiting, always orchestrating. Celestial covering of humankind, perfectly hovering in space and time. A world that turns when you're in control means we're bound to stand on ground that's unshakable. They are watching and waiting, always orchestrating. Beyond the reaches of mortality, three figures watch over us all. As suns are setting on a distant planet yours, they are watching and waiting, always orchestrating. Celestial covering of humankind, perfectly hovering in space and time. A world that turns when you're in control means we're bound to stand on ground that's unshakable. They are watching and waiting, always orchestrating.
Chillin' playing Lupe, feeling all alone. Ain't seen you in 2 Tuesdays, talking on the phone. I love it, but it's wrong, cause it leave me here writing you a song. I swear the whole highlight of my day is when you text me. You want your man to be your best friend, I'm your bestie. I know you've been busy, I'm busy on your off day. But baby, we should make a let's get lost day. We could play your favorite song, or we could play my new joint. Told you that it's on point, baby, what we waiting on? I got a brand new love for you. Time away is making me bond. If you wonder how I feel right now, baby, you ain't gotta ponder. I wanna be right next to you. Oh, it's been a really long time and I can't wait. I'm knocking at your front door. It's been a really long time and I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to see you. Ocean or plane, whatever it takes, you'll see. Can't wait to see you. Book the or train, whatever it takes, you'll see. Can't wait to see you. I just wanna hold your hand, walking with you side by side, baby. You don't need no other man. I'm gonna be so good to you. I've been patiently waiting on you. All them other girls ain't about nothing. That's why I'm only thinking of you. You're everything that I want and more. Oh, it's been a really long time and I can't wait. I'm knocking at your front door. It's been a really long time and I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to see you. Ocean or plane, whatever it takes, you'll see. I can't wait to see you. Book the or train, whatever it takes, you'll see. Can't wait to see you.
I'm pushing through. I'm pushing through face. I'm pushing through face. I'm pushing through face down.
I'm pacing inside this empty room, told to wait till my lights withdrawn. Uneasy, I'm waiting here anxiously. It's a waste, I won't wait another rayon. Endless night, long forward, my head against the tomb, and pushing through. I'm pushing through, face down and pushing through, trapped and isolated. Time is dislocated. Eternity is what a moment seems when I can't feel anything. Erasing my final memories, they won't stop till my heart is gone. Uneasy, I wait for normality. It's a waste and I won't wait another rayon. Endless night, long for light, my head against the tomb, and I'm pushing through. I'm pushing through, face down and pushing through, trapped and isolated. Time is dislocated. Eternity is what a moment seems when I can't feel anything.
pushing through, face down. Cause I'm pushing through.
If time's a song, I won't wait for its reprise. I am done wishing farewells and goodbyes. I won't let this place overshadow my breath. Or I won't wait another eon.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live with map number 3, quarterfinal between Boot Dreamscape and Frostfire. Both the teams have won one map each. Frostfire won Nuke 16-14, and Boot Dreamscape picked Train and annihilated Frostfire on it with a score of 16-3. So Frostfire definitely are not going to be in a good mental state of mind going into this match, and looks like they are straight headed into a trap. We have a 4-man stack from Boot Dreamscape towards the B side. Frostfire are showing indications of trying to go towards B, but now it does seem that they are going to be focusing their attention towards mid. Not really the best strategy, because the Glocks are not the most effective weapon in long ranges. Although if they can close the distance, this could be a disaster. There you go. Moxie gets taken down by Chapman. Opening kill with the Glock. Switches to a USP. Tommy trying to do some damage along with Splashkey and Bulbasaur, who are still somehow holding on to this bomb site. But Splashkey is going to end up getting 2 more kills. And Zowie and Chapman found themselves in a 2 versus 4 situation. Kills are happening all over the place. Zowie now all alone is somewhere just outside of CT base, growing in towards the B side from the market area. But I'm not really sure if Blue Dreamscape are aware about this. Impression is over here looking in his direction. Zowie wants to take that fight. As soon as Impression peeks, he's going to make contact with him. Creeping around the corner, Impression still did not peek. Zowie, how long is he going to survive? There you go. Impression peeks out. Zowie is going to take this fight with him. And he's been spotted by Bulbasaur as well. So he's taking 2 fights at once. He has a P250, no armor. So the chances of him winning this are really low. But he might just be able to do more damage. Nope. None of that happens as Impression puts a bullet in his head. Boot Dreamscape win round number 1. Frostfire, definitely not the kind of start that they were looking for in this map. After losing the previous map in such a gruesome fashion, they really wanted some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for, motivation going into this one. At least a good start would have helped them, get their minds back on track. But even that is not happening. Now we see Boot Dreamscape taking advantage of the weapons that they have, are going to be pushing down towards mid. We have a Crossfire here, Splashkey into its Sniper Nest, and Tommy in Connector. Splashkey just now going to make his way back towards the B side, leaving Tommy all by himself, guarding Underpass and mid. At the same time, Bulbasaur has definitely heard these guys make some noise into its the B apartments, so Tommy is going to be careful. He knows that there could be someone coming Underpass. Meanwhile, Splashkey is going to try and take this fight along with the people who are inside the B apartments, spamming down both those doors, not going to connect any of those shots. So for now, it's pretty much a passive round from both these teams. Also, ACAP is trying to get inside the palace area, but he has absolutely no idea that there are 3 people inside of the A side waiting for his advance. Tommy, now he's got to be confused. He did see some firing happen towards the B side, but he does not see anyone on Underpass. Except for now, if he goes to peek towards this Underpass area, the flash comes in, but does he know that there are players on both those sides? Subby manages to get a 1D onto him. That's a nice bait setup. And that's a man advantage secured for Frostfire. And this could be the disaster. Subby has already made his way towards the Sniper Nest, and now he's in a great position to cut off these rotations. So A-Cap now trying to come in through Palace while the rest of his teammates have already established dominance over the A site. A-Man all by himself. Moxie, oh my goodness, this is such a good position. There you go. He takes down the bomb planter, knows that there's one more person in towards the Palace. Takes the nade out in his hands at the wrong time. It explodes, but now he's down to 3 HP. Chapman also now trying to go for that plant. Tries to swing that knife. Oh, imagine what would have happened if he was able to get that knife kill. He would have definitely lost that round, but at least he gets free money. Oh, and there you go. He's finally going to be dropped dead. Chapman securing all the weapons of the CTs and take the second round back in their favor. My goodness, that's such a good strategy. I mean, at times it feels that Frostfire deliberately lost the first round. The way that Frostfire executed this round was so beautiful, and if they would have done so in the pistol round, this would have been so much better. But hey, at least now they get a free M4 and a free FAMAS. So Boot Dreamscape are going to have to settle with nothing but Deagles and a Scout. That Scout 2 is a glass cannon at this point, so there's not a lot of potential for it to get many kills. And now they're going to bring on this We-Execute. Bulbasaur spamming his Deagle, hoping to do some damage. Does get the kill onto A-Cap, but now they're walking into this crossfire. They have lost 3 players already. Moxie, Splashky, and Tommy all going huge. And all of a sudden, this Execute towards the B-side has just completely fallen apart for Frostfire. Boot Dreamscape making those Deagles sing. And my god, they recover each and every weapon that they lost. Okay, wait, they did not really recover the M4, but how does it matter? Frostfire lose all the momentum that they got by securing the previous round, and Boot Dreamscape are definitely going to be really happy now. Frostfire do have an unorthodox buy of sorts. They have 2 AK-47s, one onto A-Cap and other one onto Chapman, but the rest of their teammates are going to be settling for Deagles and CZs. Same situation with Boot Dreamscape, 2 SMGs, a Scout, an M4 and an AK. Let's see what they're able to do this time. A-Man looking for aggression for any of the Boot Dreamscape players who probably he would have expected to push mid, but none of them are going to do so. Chapman making his presence noticed towards B, spamming all those shots towards the B apartments, and now he's going to fall back. I think it's an elaborate plan of Frostfire to make some noise towards B and then focus their attention towards the A site. Look at that, Subby is already holding underpass. And at this point, all the indications that they are showing towards the B side are not really convincing. That's why Boot Dreamscape 2, they still only have 2 of their players towards the B side. They haven't really called in for any rotations at this point. And Splashky is aware that there will be people coming from underpass. That's exactly why Moxie is holding this particular angle over here. But he's going to get surrounded by each and every direction. He takes a fight with one guy over towards B shot. The other one comes in from under the connector. Splashky tries to land that shot onto A-Cap, but he can't really connect in. Now A-Cap is in a really good position. Since he has this position over towards the B shot ladder, he might be able to cut off some rotations. He gets tagged by the Scout, but then he still manages to take it down. Bulbasaur, Tommy, an impression. Tommy comes in, and oh my god, he goes huge. Gets 2 big kills with that SMG, and now the bomb is dropped. 2 versus 2 situation. Boot Dreamscape know exactly what Frostfire are up to, and they also know where the players are. Bulbasaur with that SMG tags down the Y and gets the kill onto A-Cap. The Y, oh my goodness, eats a headshot. He's down to 7 HP. There's absolutely no way he can do this. Oh my god, what a 1D. Brings it back to a 1 versus 1. Impression tries to go for the fake plant. Oh no, he's running out of time. What the hell? Oh my god, the Y. GG, well played. He was running out of time. He knows that he cannot go for the bomb plant. So you know what he does? He makes the CT peak and he lands a 1D onto him to win that shot. There is absolutely no way Frostfire should have won that round, but they still do. The Y goes huge with those Deagles. Oh my goodness. This guy, holy shit. Boot Dreamscape, they need a tactical timeout to figure out what the hell just happened. The Y clutches of 1 versus 2 at 7 HP with less than 4 seconds left on the clock. How often do you get to see such things? I need a moment. I need a moment to catch my breath. I need a moment to just articulate what happened in that round. That was just way too good. Way too good. That's the kind of materials that should be going into frag movies. Whoa. Boot Dreamscape still recovering from that loss. They have a Deagle onto Splashky and a CZ on Moxie. But Splashky, he's feeling pretty brave today. He wants to go all the way top mid. The Y is there waiting for him. Meanwhile, we have Chapman who's trying to sneak into the B apartments. We only have Tommy over here guarding this bomb site. Blue Dreamscape though, their entire team is focused on taking control of mid. We have a good crossfire setup between Impression and Bulbasaur over here. All of them in connector, in position to help out their teammates in case Frostfire bring on this aggression towards mid. But that doesn't seem to be the case for now. Moxie holding under Palace will be the anchor of the A site, and he has A-Man headed towards him. Meanwhile, Frostfire are about to run into Tommy right here, and he walks straight into the crosshairs of Chapman. Splashkey also taking quite a bit of damage towards mid, and oh, what? Double 1 deeks from Splashkey. Unfortunately, he gets backstabbed from a player coming in from connector, but luckily, Moxie is here. He does get the kill onto A-Man, but now he finds himself in a 1 versus 2. He has no armor, will be able to pick up that SMG, but without the armor, it's really difficult to go up against the AK-47 and the UMP, since you can get aim punched. Jesus Christ, Splashkey and the Y both hitting those ridiculous shots. That was so impressive. Now Moxie has that SMG. He can get a few kills with it and even farm $600. But he's not going to go for it. Instead, he's going to go towards T-base. I mean, there's not really any point saving that SMG, knowing that Blue Dreamscape will be able to buy in the second round, in the next round as well. But still, having some sort of a money-making machine will give them an advantage. Moxie now positioning himself towards the edge of T-base, hoping that he can get a few exit frags as the Frostfire players come retreating out of the site. There you go. You can already see this ACAP acknowledges the wonderful shots hit by ACAP, hit by Splashkey. Moxie makes contact, gets 1 kill, and he switches to an AK-47. That's such a big upgrade from the MAC-10, and he survives as well. Wonderfully done. Blue Dreamscape, they have way too much money right now. Double op setup, Tommy and Splashkey both gonna be keeping these ops. Splashkey trains it towards mid. Meanwhile, Tommy is gonna be planning to put it in use towards B site. And look at this, Splashkey has a really good position towards connector. Definitely will be able to catch those Frostfire players off guard. We also have at the same time A-Man and ACAP, who just threw a couple of grenades towards the A site and are now falling back. Hopefully, they will be able to get the attention of Blue Dreamscape and divert them towards the A side while the rest of their teammates are making some noise towards B. Frostfire aren't really going for mid aggression in this round. Instead, they are showing presence towards both these sides, hoping that Blue Dreamscape fall for one of their fakes. But I don't get it. What kind of a fake is this? You can't be showing aggression towards both the sides at the same time. You have to like time it right if you want to get it done. But Splashkey opening things up, gets a headshot onto ACAP, and that's man advantage secured for Frostfire. Flashes are gonna come flying in towards Sniper Nest, but no mid control just yet for Frostfire. The Y also wants to get in there, throws that nice pop flash. Splashkey, is he blind though? He is not, but still he gets into the smoke and Dawai is able to spray him down. That's man advantage equalized. 4 versus 4 situation, and Zowie is looking to get boosted into that Sniper Nest. If he can get in there though, this would be a disaster for Blue Dreamscape. Moxie is aware that this could happen, that's why he's holding this angle over here outside of the Sniper Nest. Meanwhile, Tommy, he's also going huge. That's the C4 down, and oh, that's a nice flash. He gets instantly taken down, but now it's a 2 versus 3, and they know exactly where the C4 is. Impression tries to spray it on the Y, but oh no, Zowie with a really great shot. Boils down to a 2 versus 2. There's not a lot of time left. They have to bomb the plant the bomb right now. The Y gets that C4 plant. Now it's down to Bulbasaur in a 1 versus 2. Zowie is really low. He can actually pull this off, but the double peek might just punish him. Still lurking inside that smoke. How long can he keep on doing this? And there we go. As soon as he peeks around the corner, the Y is ready for him right then and there. Frostfire leading by 4 rounds. And Blue Dreamscape had actually a pretty good start into this match, but then Frostfire have just somehow made it back in their favor. Splashkey looking to get aggressive towards the entrance of Palace. Oh no, not able to land any of those shots. Meanwhile, Tommy, he's going to end up losing his life to Chapman, who was pushing out towards the B site. Tries to take an aggressive position on top of that van and ends up paying for it with his life. Now Splashkey tries to take that fight in Palace, but he just simply does not have the resources to win it. The Deagle can't go up against the AK-47, especially when it does not have any armor. Moxie, Impression, Bulbasaur, what are these guys going to do now? Impression is the first one who's going to be in danger because we do have ACAP still pushing out from Palace. Meanwhile, Bulbasaur and Impression going to be... Bulbasaur and Moxie going to be locking down Connector and Sniper Nest at this point. Impression, does he see him though? ACAP, he can see his Deagle peeking out. And look at this. Look at ACAP right now. He wants to throw that flash first, but oh, he just underestimates Impression. He knows he was right there, but he still does not do anything. Impression now has gotten himself an AK-47, and at this point, A-Man is just falling back from A side, and now they have taken full control of B. The bomb is going to get planted. Bulbasaur, however, has a good position over here, coming in from underpass. He might just be able to get the kill onto A-Man. Or can he? There you go, A-Man. He was completely aware about this push, and he takes on Bulbasaur with relative ease. Moxie with the AK-47, they are not going to go for this retake. We have Impression trying to make something work with his Deagle, but he only has 19 HP, so I don't really expect him to do a lot. Meanwhile, if... if Moxie does manage to survive with this AK-47, this will be a really good economic booster to boot Dreamscape. Finally, the CTs have enough money to purchase an AWP. Splashkey, once again, with the big green gun, is going to be looking forward to do some immense damage. This time, he does not have anyone with him towards mid, who is going to be pushing down. But then they did throw that aggressive smoke towards the top of mid, which probably might indicate to Frostfire that they can expect some mid aggression from Boot Dreamscape. That's not going to be the case, though. It's just a way to play mind games. ACAP holding outside of A main and hoping that any of the Boot Dreamscape CTs will come pushing in so that he can get a few free entry frags. Chapman is in danger though. Tommy is here to take the fight with him. Oh no! Takes out the smoke at the very wrong time and he's gonna get sprayed down. Ends up losing his life to Subby. Bulbasaur now realizes the mistake that his teammate made and he knows exactly where Subby is. Even he is hungry for kills. He's gonna push through the smoke and utilize that timing perfectly. Hiding just at the edge of this doorway or chair, whatever you want to call it. Frostfire, all four of these guys are now starting to creep into its apartments. I'm not sure if they're going to check Bulbasaur's position. It's going to be Subby who makes first contact. Flashes come pouring in, and here come the Molotovs. They're just simply going to start rushing in, and Bulbasaur, so much trigger discipline. He's just letting them all pass, and now he sees everyone. One, can he get two? Nope, not going to happen. A-Man turns around and gets the headshot onto him, but then that was such good trigger discipline. He had the potential to kill each and every one of them, but unfortunately it just did not happen. Splashkey now has a good angle, already has gotten a pick onto one of the turrets. A-Man and ACAP, 2 versus 3 situation. ACAP on top of the apartments right here, and A-Man holding this pillar near B shot. That's a pretty good crossfire. ACAP gonna be the first point of contact. A-Man, oh no, he did not really need to peek over there, but Impression gets 2 wonderful headshots onto both of those players. That crossfire was so strong from Frostfire, but then they just simply fell apart. A-Man, he did not really need to peek that fight, and he could have just simply let ACAP take the first one, and then he could have chimed in, make that crossfade work, but it just did not happen. And there we go. Look at that. Tommy blaming the TeamSpeak for the lack of communication. It's kind of funny. I'm not sure if you guys can see it because of the logo blocking the chat window. But then, these guys, they've played each other for so long that they practically are friends with each other right now. And of course, in every LAN event, teams do interact with each other. It's a really pleasurable experience. being surrounded by the best players in Asia, chilling, not just fighting them together, but also chilling with them, discussing Counter-Strike, discussing video games, things that you're passionate about. That's what make LAN events the best thing in the world. And I do not think that any other type of people, be it people who go to parties, be it people who, I don't know, they have their own ways of enjoyment, but nothing really beats the experience of competing in a LAN tournament. Technical pause gonna be coming in now as Tommy from Boot Dreamscape is blaming the TeamSpeak, which is not working properly, which is causing a hindrance in their communication. And I gotta admit, Boot Dreamscape, even though they won the last round, it's actually Frostfire who's facing communication problems, even though they're leading. They keep giving these advantages to Boot Dreamscape, and these could be really dangerous for them. But somehow, Boot Dreamscape, even after having all that advantage, managed to mess it up and just give away the round to Frostfire. Both these teams making plenty of mistakes, and those really need to be fixed, because you might just be able to survive the quarterfinal with those, but then in the semifinal tomorrow up against MVP, they are going to punish you for each and every bad move you make. MVP are on a roll right now. They just demolished TNC 16-0 this morning, and god damn, I swear to God, that is scary. I have never seen 16-0 in such a long time. The last time I saw 16-0 was probably when Astralis was playing against VP. I think this was also like before the major took place, so that's a pretty long time ago. And I haven't seen a 16-0 in a really long time. So if MVP can do that, then you really got to watch out for them in the semifinals tomorrow. For those of you just tuning in, this is the Zowie eXTREMESLAND Shanghai 2018 quarterfinal. Last quarterfinal of the day, actually, and the team who wins this will be the last team to make it. So far, the teams that have qualified for the semifinal are going to be MVP. Who did I cast before? Well, shit, I forgot. My bad. Never mind, I'll let you guys know. By the way, if you do want information about this tournament, head over to www.afpgaming.com and check out our Facebook page. You will find all you need to know about this tournament over there. The technical issues haven't really been sorted out just yet, so we probably might need a few more minutes. TeamSpeak issues for the players over here. Oh, and ACAP says, hey, ready? There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That was relatively quick. And the game should be going live right now. Frostfire leading 5-3. Boot Dreamscape, though, are bringing out the big guns now. Tommy and Splashkey once again going for a double up setup. Let's see if they can make it work this time. Splashkey posting it to its A main. Nobody really headed his way, so he's just gonna go back and focus on connector. Meanwhile, Tommy is holding B short. For now, he's been rendered useless because that smoke over there is not gonna let him peek. And Splashkey also is trying to make something work, knows that there's going to be one person coming towards Palace because ACAP always does that. That's pretty much his habit right now. And if Boot Dreamscape have done their homework, they will realize that ACAP will be in Palace. Not sure if they know it yet, but the impression is looking in his direction, so I'm going to assume it's a yes. Meanwhile, Tommy, watching the B apps from Market, he's now going to go ahead and take an aggressive position towards the van area. Let's see if he can get any kills now. Moxie trying to scout out towards mid. At this point, even Frostfire have spread out pretty much all over the map. ACAP hasn't seen anyone from Boot Dreamscape rotate towards B yet. That's exactly what Frostfire are trying to do. I mean, Chapman, he always just goes towards the B apartment. He fires a couple of shots and he hopes that Boot Dreamscape will rotate one of their players over there. And that has never happened in this entire game. Oh, and look at that. Tommy with the AWP assassinates Chapman. That's the B-side anchor taken away from them. And now, Frostfire have no choice but to go ahead with this mis-execution. Oh no, Moxie caught looking in the wrong direction. Zowie, he's closing in on Impression. He's surrounded from each and every direction. Bulbasaur, Tommy, and Splashkey now left. Splashkey making things work. And oh my god, that's a double kill for him. Was it a collateral? Here comes a third one. A-Man finally silences him with a backstab from CT base. But now he's up against two players. And there's the other op, Tommy, waiting exactly where he is. Boot Dreamscape are going to take the fourth round and only one round away from catching up with Frostfire now. Blue Dreamscape, they did win the previous round, but they did suffer quite a lot of economic damage. That's why we have Bulbasaur and Moxie Bulbasaur and Impression picking up SMGs right now to cover up for whatever they lost in the previous round. And since it's an eco round for Frostfire, Blue Dreamscape are just basically gonna shut them down. Multiple kills for Moxie, Splashy, and Impression. It's a meat grinder. They just walk into that fire and lose their lives one by one. It's a meat grinder. Blue Dreamscape, with absolutely no difficulty, are gonna tie the scores 5-5. Who the hell is writing exclamation drop in the chat? Guys, this is not a major. And even if this was a major, you have to realize that stuff like this doesn't work. Anyway, I'm gonna focus on that later. Splashkey opening things up by getting the kill onto Subby towards mid. That's wonderful mid control taken. Those ops are really starting to sing. Splashkey hightails out of there, and now he's gonna reposition himself. Tommy, however, could be a lot of danger to these guys who are just starting to come in towards the A side. Splashkey knows these guys are right here. Oh, what the hell? What was that flick? Oh my god, assassinates A-Cap. What a godlike flick. I did not even see what happened, and it was just boom. The Y now has a really good position. Gets the kill onto Moxie. He'll be in a position to shut down all the rotations from Blue Dreamscape, from Connector, and from Sniper Nest. But A-Man over here, he's waiting for the C4. The Y, he does not know that he's actually doing a really risky thing. If he dies right here, retrieving the C4 for A-Man is going to be nearly impossible. But they are trying to, in my opinion, go towards the B side right now. Since the backup from Blue Dreamscape has already come into its A, they are trying to sneak in from the Sniper Nest, and they will probably want to go towards B. That's why they're still keeping their options open. But are they aware that we have Bulbasaur looking in this direction already? And Bulbasaur is aware that this could potentially happen. 25 seconds left on the clock, and Frostfire really have to make a decision. If they are going to go towards B, they have to hurry. Tommy, with that AWP, is going to be waiting over there to welcome them with open arms. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say open arms? I meant open scopes. Here we go. Oh, gets the tag onto Devil. Oh my goodness. That was a ridiculous shot. How the hell did he hit that? A-Man assassinates Tommy, but that nade, is it going to be enough to kill the Y? Yes, it is. Kobe grenade. Now A-Man gets the kill onto Tommy. Splashkey, 1 versus 1, has an op. Can he win the shot though? He's revealed his position. A-Man knows exactly where he is. Time is running out. Splashkey has a defuse kit, but he has to win this fight. No, he does not. Misses the shot with the AWP, and A-Man 1 versus 2 clutch to get the 6th round from Frostfire. This time though, Blue Dreamscape are not going for the double op setup once again. Splashkey, however, is getting greedy and positions himself with the jump towards B shot, waiting any aggression from the Frostfire players. But we have noticed one thing right now. Frostfire always focus towards the B side at the start of the round, and they just keep some of the players still hangling towards the T base area. Meanwhile, they play a really passive angle towards mid. But look at that, Splashkey has different plans, goes all the way top mid, gets the kill onto Chapman and falls back to safety as well. Instant man advantage secured. Now he's trying to spam towards the B apartments. Luckily, none of those shots are going to connect just yet. But at the same time, Moxie has picked up a kill on A-Cap, who was just trying to move in from A main. 1 by 1, Frostfire are losing their players, and now they're going to be in a really tough situation. Subby and the C4 along with A-Man are still waiting outside of B. We have the Y who's just trying to throw in some flashes towards mid. But I don't really think all by himself he can take control of this area. We have Tommy and Moxie waiting in passive angles right here. But then Subby moving in from underpass. Not really sure what Frostfire are up to right now. But then Subby is definitely spotted. The Molotov comes in just in time, and he manages to make his escape. But now he has a lot of guns pointed in his direction. And there we go. Moxie eliminates Subby from the server, leaving only A-Cap and the Y against 5 angry CTs. The Y with the AWP is worried about a backstab. He's scoping and looking towards D main. They have only 10 seconds left on the clock, so at this point, Frostfire cannot really do anything, and they are going to have to go for a save. They played it too slow, they played too separately, and no potential for trade kills, and they just ended up losing their teammates one by one, easily letting Blue Dreamscape catch up with them and bring the score to 6-6. This is such a close game. It's all going to boil down to which team emerges superior in the second half. Splashkey, oh, he has the fight coming towards him. It's going to be an Oppa versus Oppa duel. Both these players trying to kill each other. Splashkey returns a shot through the smoke, but does not really connect it. Looks like Frostfire are keen on taking this A side right now, but no, wait, what? They're just falling back once again. As expected, Frostfire are trying to play mind games with these people, but this is only going to be possible if Zowie manages to get all the way inside connector. They do have taken good control over the mid area, but this nade from Moxie could be a disaster. Luckily, Zowie does not take too much damage, but now the smoke is going to deny a lot of information as these players are looking to make their way into its B shot. Zowie also is looking in that direction, so it's going to be up to Impression and Splashkey to defend this A side. Meanwhile, Moxie, he's just trying to do the best he can. Tommy realizes he is in danger. Potentially these players could be coming towards him, and here comes the Molotov to stop their advance. A-Man already inside this B shot ladder area, knows that Moxie is still somewhere inside that sniper nest, and now he's revealed his position. Moxie not exposing himself just yet. He wants to delay this push for as long as possible. Now Tommy realizing that these guys are coming through B shot. Oh my god, that's a beautiful spray down. Bulbasaur and Tommy shutting down Frostfire in each and every avenue. Tommy gets that reload. He has 60 HP left and the backup is already here. Throws that flash to delay the push. But now A-Man and the Y both are so low. They're trapped in B shot, surrounded from each and every side. Moxie is not going to let them retreat. Look at this position. He sees these guys jumping down, and that's the C4 down. The Y now 1 versus 4 has a AWP. Only 8 seconds left on the clock. If he manages to survive this, it's going to be a miracle. Oh no, he missed that shot. Tommy, he's not going to go for that peek once again. He's going to let the timer run out and then try to take that fight. But the Y assassinates him. Will he be able to survive Moxie's onslaught? Yes, he has plenty of time. But then after they lost, after they ran out of time, they are not going to have enough money. And look at that. They're already in shambles. $3,400. That's the maximum amount of money available onto one of the Frostfire terrorists. And they are going to go for CZs and Tech 9s. The fight with the AWP, it's all going to be up to him to make something work. And he gets that opening frag. Tommy instantly deleted from the server. But then we have Splashkey also over here, who gets the return frag onto ACAP. And he's towards B shot. So that passing smoke is not going to protect any of them. Meanwhile, Bulbasaur is pushing towards B. God damn it. He walks straight into the crosshairs of Chapman and gets instantly eliminated. Splashkey with the AWP has some potential to shut down this area. He's going to throw that Molotov and use that time to get himself a better position. Meanwhile, Impression pushing all the way to its A main. Now, Blue Dreamscape have so much information. They know that none of the Frostfire players are towards this place, and they will be coming from either mid or B. Moxie now aware that these guys could be coming from underpass. He's careful. He's also watching Palace at the same time, but he knows there could be potentially a boost. And there you go. Such a good read from him. Zowie tries to get inside the sniper nest, but he's going to get killed instantly. 3 versus 3 situation. Frostfire, they have 47 seconds left on the clock. Boost. Oh my god, Splashkey. He's in so much trouble. Gets the tag onto A-Man, but not enough to kill him. Impression and Moxie, 2 versus 3 situation. It's practically a 2 versus 2 if you would not include A-Man, because he's just like 1 bullet away from death. But the Y has the AWP trained towards Moxie. I don't think he's going to be able to pass this area. Meanwhile, Impression coming in from the apartments gets the Y's attention, and he's going to burn him to death, shoot him in the face as well. And oh god, wow, Impression, another great shot onto Chapman. What a way to go. Blue Dreamscape 8-6, and now they have taken a good enough lead. Frostfire, they do have enough money to put up a good buy in this one, so they might just be able to end this half at 8-7. But Blue Dreamscape, They are not going to let this happen. Luckily, Boot Dreamscape don't have enough money for a double op setup, but that does not mean that their M4s are not as dangerous. Oh my god, I just said it too early, didn't I? At the very last second, Tommy picks up himself an op, and it's a double op setup. The dreaded 2 big green guns. For the first time in this map, Frostfire are actually going to go towards the A side. Let's see what they have in store for us. Impression going to be smoked off the CT base, and Moxie also has to fall back. There's no way he can win this fight, at least not without the help of his teammates. So they're just going to stick around behind the smokes, wait for the backup for his teammates. And oh my god, ACAP pushes through the smoke and instantly regrets it. Gonna get taken down. 5 versus 4 retake situation, and this is gonna be so messy and chaotic. Moxie trying to pick up that fight, but does he know that A-Man is right around the stairs? Oh my god, so many kills going in the favor of Boot Dreamscape. Zowie and Chapman. 2 versus 4. Chapman still hiding inside that smoke, but Zowie comes out on the firebox, gets 1 kill onto the bomb diffuser. He still has more place to find. Chapman now desperately trying to win this round as much as he can. Nice shot, but he's gonna get traded out instantly. Is there enough time to defuse the bomb? Yes, there is. Tommy finishes off Chapman and defuses the bomb. That is 9-6 going at the end of first half. Boot Dreamscape with a 3-round lead. Frostfire, they are gonna go for a risky gamble. They leave only Zowie over here all by himself on the A side. Meanwhile, the rest of them are gonna be stacking the B side, expecting a Suka Bliat style B rush from Boot Dreamscape, but that's not what they're gonna do. In fact, Zowie is gonna be in a world of trouble as all these players are just looking to burst out of the palace and get that bomb plant. And when they do, this is gonna be trouble. Tommy and Impression already starting to make some noise towards the B apartments, but at this point, oh my goodness, Zowie doing so much damage. He does manage to get 2 more kills, and even the 2 players at B are gonna go down. Bulbasaur finds himself in a 1 versus 4 almost unwinnable situation, but this is CSGO. We can never count out a player until the round is over. Has 70 HP, no flashes, no smokes whatsoever. ACAP has a defuse kit onto him, but then I'm not sure if that's gonna be enough. Bulbasaur just trying to stay alive for as long as possible and waste as much time, but he's gonna get greeted by a volley of USP bullets coming towards him from Chapman, and that goes the pistol round in the favor of Frostfire. I don't understand why Tommy and Impression had to go and take the fight towards B. I understand that they were trying to fake, but then the moment they realized that it's going to be a stack from Frostfire towards B side, they should have simply fallen back instead of continuing to push and giving up their lives. That gives an unnecessary 2-man advantage to Frostfire, which they completely exploited. And now Frostfire have the pistol round. Boot Dreamscape though, what are they going to do? They have purchased a couple of Deagles and P250s. No armor onto them though. They did get the bomb plant, so they know that after losing the pistol round, the $1,900 and the $800 extra will give them plenty of money. And if they eco in this one, they will be able to come out with AK-47s in the 3rd round itself. And that's just ridiculous. They want those AK-47s as fast as possible. But for now, it's going to be A-Man who might just be able to get a free kill onto Tommy. Splashy going to get deleted. Okay, he's still alive and kicking. Not dead yet. But Tommy, he sneaked into its connector, and A-Man has absolutely no idea. He did not see that happen. Does he know that there is a lot of people onto its mid? Tries to take the fight with Moxie, but does not connect any of those shots. Oh no, this could be a disaster. Finally finishes him off, and Zowie comes in with the backup. Zowie also gets 1 kill of his own. All of a sudden, Impression in a 1 versus 4. Now just desperately trying to stay alive and fall back. But ACAP, he is going to chase him down to the ends of oblivion and spray some bullets into his guts. Finally, Blue Dreamscape bring out the big guns. Here come the AK-47 and Galil's. Impression gonna be holding on to that lovely UMP, and he will try to get some picks with it definitely, because $600 kill reward, baby. He wants that money. Meanwhile, on Frostfire's side, they did end up losing quite a few weapons in the previous round, so they are gonna have to settle for FAMASs and MP9s instead of going for full M4s. Zowie, on the other hand, is already making things work. Two-man kill. Chapman. The bomb is down. Splashkey has to retrieve it. Chapman will not let him do it. Finally gets the kill onto him. Back to a 3 versus 3 situation. And now, Frost are aware of where Blue Dreamscape are. But what they don't know is A-Man has already made his way towards team main, and he's going to be coming in for the backstab. Splashkey and Impression get 1 kill towards underpass, but this is all A-Man's game right now. This guy could be such... Oh, look at that. Oh, no. He's been spotted. Impression turns around at the right time. He sees him, and now their position has been revealed. A-Man alone on towards the A site. Oh my god, the White does manage to get a kill. This could be a disaster. 2 versus 2 situation. He knows exactly where they're coming from, and he sprays both of them down. The Y with a double kill. Make it actually a triple one if you count the previous one as well. And my goodness, Frostfire, they are winning this game on the back of individual performances. Blue Dreamscape had so much going in their favor in that round. They had the opening picks and everything else, but oh my god, that nade, that's gotta hurt. Tommy down to 10 HP, so much damage. He could have almost died right there, and he's practically a dead man walking at this point. Splashkey gonna get taken down. A-Man, as he sprays them down with the AK-47, doing so much damage, so many kills in his favor, and there you go. It's a quad kill for A-Man. A-Cap steals his ace, and I'm pretty sure A-Man is going to be pretty mad at him for that. Blue Dreamscape finally taking a tactical timeout, realizing that they cannot win this game on the basis of aim itself. What do they have in mind for us? That remains to be seen at the end of this tactical timeout. They do have plenty of money to go into this round. They will definitely be able to afford an AWP onto Splashkey and a couple of AK-47s for everyone else. Wait, is it a technical pause or a tactical pause? I'm not sure at this moment. A-Man says that's a technical pause, but why did Blue Dreamscape waste one of their tacticals for this thing? Ladies and gentlemen, looks like I need to change the settings over there. It's not a tactical pause, it's actually a technical one. These guys are admitting that A-Cap's PC is giving some problems. Well, let's just hope this thing gets sorted out soon, and we can get back to watching this really interesting game. For those of you just tuning in, this is the 4th quarterfinal of the day, the last one between Blue Dreamscape and Frostfire at the Zowie eXTREMESLAND Shanghai 2018. We will be having the semifinals tomorrow. So far, we have had 3 matches, 3 best of 3s this entire day, and 3 semifinalists are already revealed. The final semifinalist will be determined after this match. It's either going to be Blue Dreamscape for Singapore or Frostfire from Malaysia. Well, boys, looks like this is gonna be a long one. Usually the technical difficulties are sorted out either within like 30 seconds or something, or it takes 30 minutes, and I just hope it's the former. Damn, this is taking way too long, isn't it? So, while we are waiting for these technical difficulties to be sorted, let's take a look at what is going to happen tomorrow. So, today, the very first quarterfinal was between Firepower and Flash. The two Chinese teams faced off, and Flash emerged victorious. So, Flash is your semi-finalist number one. In the next match, MVP completely destroyed TNC. So, in the semi-final tomorrow, the first match is going to be Flash versus MVP. Then we have Chiefs versus Nasser, which took place today. The Arabian team came out on top, so they are your second semi-finalist. I'm sorry, third semi-finalist, and the team that wins today will be facing Nasser tomorrow in the semi-final. Well, the technical issues have been sorted, and we can get back to the game. I'm sorry. Frostfire already at double digits, leading 10-9, only one round away from letting Blue Dreamscape catch up with them. We do have two defenders over here for Frostfire, spraying down bullets through the smoke, hoping to catch anyone through that lucky spray down, but that's not going to happen. Number of flashes come flying in, and look at this. Impression is already behind Chapman. He also has a good position to let ACAP get the kill on him. Oh no. Tommy now coming in from B shot, gets an easy kill, and now boils the situation back to a 3 versus 3. ACAP still hiding behind that bench. Do Blue Dreamscape know that this guy is still here? Or did they even see him rotate inside the site? Impression did see him, but did he relay the information to his team? That remains to be answered right now. Moxie somehow gets the bomb plant, but I'm sorry, Subby, now the only one left in a 1 versus 2. He's coming in from markets. Tommy and Splashkey have a pretty good crossfire, but Splashkey is looking in the wrong direction. They finally hear his footsteps, and they know exactly where he is. The flash not going to help. Oh my god, Subby actually ends up flashing himself. He tries to go for the ninja defuse, but Splashkey is already in the smoke trying to get the knife onto him. Not going to happen as Tommy finally executes him with that AK-47. Blue Dreamscape also at double digits, and they have now caught up with Frostfire. This is such a close game. Splashkey on the T side wants to take a passive off angle over here, expecting a mid push from Frostfire. And he's doing it so well. He knows that these guys are going to be coming in. They throw that smoke at the top of mid so that any information that Blue Dreamscape players might be getting would be denied. And now they manage to fall back to their respective positions on B shot and connector respectively. At the same time, we have Bulbasaur ready. He's definitely trying to gather some information over here. He does have backup in the form of 3 teammates over here. Meanwhile, we also have Splashkey right now and Tommy. Tommy watching for the backstab because he knows that ACAP is going to be pushing in. He knows that Frostfire really like taking that mid control. Meanwhile, the rest of his teammates are now gearing up for an A execute, and it's going to be coming in their direction soon. Zowie and Zowie are going to be responsible for shutting this down. Zowie misses the first shot but manages to land the second one. Zowie takes a bullet to the head from Bulbasaur. Zowie still is holding this angle. Meanwhile, A-Man has already walked in. Oh no, the smoke is bad. It doesn't really cover the whole place, but somehow A-Man still does not land any of those shots. Now trying to catch Bulbasaur through the smoke, managed to drag it down to 60 HP, but the backstab from ACAP has been taken care of by Tommy. Now 3 versus 4 situation. A-Man and the Y, all of them are gonna be falling back. They realize that they can't do this. Frostfire conceding this round to Blue Dreamscape, who are gonna get up to 11 rounds in a row now. I mean, not in a row, but 11 points on the scoreboard now. Tommy guns down A-Man. He's trying to retreat. Chapman, does he know that Tommy is still over here? Yes, he does. He's still looking in his direction, and he's prepared for it. Pre-fires around the corner. Blue Dreamscape win 1 more round. They're just 4 rounds away from tying the... 4 rounds away from match point right now. And Frostfire, they are not looking good too much. Economically, at least for now. We have an AWP on the Zowie, which he somehow managed to save. But the rest of his teammates don't have too much money. They're going to have to settle for either a pistol force buy or go for a complete eco. ACAP purchases a Deagle. Let's see if he's able to land any of those juicy 1-leagues. Meanwhile, Zowie is going to be pointing that off towards mid. Cannot really go in just yet, but he makes it work at Palace. Instant takedown impression, and he's hungry for more. Knows that Bulbasaur is also going to be coming in. Tags him down in the leg, and the CT below the Palace is enough to take care of him with the pistol. Meanwhile, the C4 is trapped over here. Splashkey and Moxie trying to open up this A bomb site, but not quite happening just yet. Moxie at Tetris is awaiting backup in the form of Tommy, but the rotation from Frostfire has already come in. Blue Dreamscape, they really cannot take this A bomb site right now. All they could do is just probably fall back, and hopefully they will be able to do something towards B. This is such a good crossfire. ACAP hiding behind the ticket booth. Meanwhile, Zowie with the AWP. They don't have any smokes at this point, so Zowie will be in a really good position to shut them down. And also, they have to worry about getting backstabbed from A-Man right there. Zowie, he knows that there's one person on top of those stairs, but he can't really land those shots in such close range. Finally, the smoke comes in, and Zowie is going to be locked out of the A-bomb site. It all boils down to ACAP right now. He's going to get instantly taken down by a person coming out of Palace, and that is going to be Tommy. 3 versus 3 situation. What can we do now? Oh my goodness, Moxie takes down Chapman, but that was not the danger. The danger man over here, Zowie, he is now making his escape. A-Man also gonna accompany him. Once again, Blue Dreamscape have done it. Frostfire, they put up such a good defense in the beginning of the round. They almost stopped Blue Dreamscape in their tracks, and they were able to slow down Blue Dreamscape to such an extent that the backup, the rotation from B side has already come in. So there's absolutely no way Frostfire should have lost that round. But Blue Dreamscape, they were lucky. So Frostfire did not really have a lot of weapons in this round. That's why they were just simply able to brute force their way on towards the A side. However, if this was a bye round, I am more than sure that Blue Dreamscape would not have been able to win it. If they are able to, if the only thing that Blue Dreamscape is able to do is bring on such sloppy executes towards the A side, they are gonna keep failing. Let's take a look at the scoreboard for now. We have Splashkey with 22 kills, going huge, leading the team with example. Moxie has a positive KDR of 15-12. Tommy, 17 kills. Bulbasaur is kind of trailing right now, and he has only 9 frags to his name. Meanwhile, on the Frostfire side, Zowie leading the charge with 18 kills. Both the oppos of the team are practically drop fragging from them right now. Looks like once again, we have a technical difficulty. The TeamSpeak is giving them a lot of issues. To be honest, sometimes I feel Discord is better. Not that I'm endorsing it or anything, but it's just personal preference. TeamSpeak is just like so 2015 right now. Alright, that was a quick one. The technical issues have been sorted, at least for now, but then Frostfire have been struggling. Actually, both the teams have been struggling with the TeamSpeak issue since the entire day. Let's see what happens this time. We do have Boot Dreamscape once again trying to take control of mid. Let's see what the defense on the CT side looks like. We have a double op setup. The Y gonna be pointing into its CT base and Chapman onto its B side. So that means the mid area is gonna be left relatively undefended. ACAP and A-Man making those M4s work. Well, why did I say undefended? Frostfire, they don't even need the ops to be there at mid to cause all this damage. The M4s itself are more than enough. Moxie now inside connector. Boot impression. He's trying to make his way back to its connector. Oh my goodness. Such a godlike read. ACAP peeks around the corner. Like, it was almost like 6th sense that he knew Moxie was going to be there. And he just pre-fires around the corner straight into his face. Bulbasaur and Impression, 2 versus 5. What can they do right now? Impression will not be able to go towards the B side because there's an op pointed in his direction. Also, the A side is going to be under lockdown because the Y is over there with that big green gun. Or in this case, that big purple gun, considering the color of his skin. But let's not get into cosmetics now. Mid was potentially the only place that Boot Dreamscape could have made their executes work, but that just did not happen as A-Man and ACAP, the wonder duo from Malaysia, shut them down with their assault rifles. And now they've exposed themselves. The Y is going to be in a really good position to take them down. Okay. Zowie comes in from stairs and instantly walks into the crosses of Bulbasaur, but now Chapman is here and Impression is trapped on both these sides. The Y is just baiting around. He knows that there's one Opper in towards the jungle area, but does he know that there's more M4s headed towards connector? No, he doesn't. And he's gonna walk straight into the crosses of ACAP. 11-12. Frostfire still not out of this game. Once again, the double op setup is here to cause problems for Boot Dreamscape. This time they're going to be heading towards the B side, and Chapman cannot take that aggressive position towards the van area because of that smoke. And that is so wise. Boot Dreamscape know that Frostfire like to post their ops towards the bomb site rather than the mid. And this smoke on the edge of balcony, that's going to stop the Y from taking his position over there. I'm sorry, not the Y. That's going to stop Chapman from taking his position over there. But we have something else in store. ACAP was trying to go for that boost, but that's not going to happen as these guys just come simply pouring out of the smoke. Turns around and A-Man gets 2 of these guys. Wow, that's wonderful. But for now, B control is in favor of the terrorists. The Y waiting around the corner, waiting for Impression to peek, but he's simply not going to do it just yet. 3 versus 3 retake situation. He finally peeks and the Y gets exactly what he wants. Gets the shot onto Impression. Turns it into a 2 versus 3. But oh my god. Splashkey with a kill of his own. Back to Pavilion. Back to 2 versus 2. Splashkey and Bulbasaur have pretty good positions right now. Bulbasaur hanging around in the smoke. He might just be able to knife the Y, but he spares him and hits him down with the AK-47. A-Man with 12 HP has no option but to hightail out of there and get the hell out. Boot Dreamscape put up the 13th round on board. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Frostfire's economy has just been reset. Luckily, they still have $2,000 onto ACAP and the Y. So they will be able to have some money going into the next one. They probably could afford a force buy. Or they could just eco this one and go for proper buy in the next one. But that will mean that Boot Dreamscape will get to 14-11. And that is the risk that the Malaysians do not want to take. There's too many people in chat asking about Forsaken. Guys, he's been banned. His career is over. And yeah, you're never going to see him again. The rest of his teammates, though, from Optic India, they probably have some chance of reviving their career. Because they were not at fault over here. And I really don't think Optic India players should be punished because of the decisions of one person. One selfish idiot. Well, I could bitch about Forsaken all day, but that's not what I'm here to do. Let's cast this game. Let's enjoy this wonderful quarterfinal. Chapman going to be forced off the balcony because of that Molotov. Blue Dreamscape still trying to take control of B side, but look at this Moxie. He is looking forward to go ahead and take that fight with Zowie. Zowie has a pretty great angle onto him. That angle with the UMP is most of the times an instant death. We also have Zowie over here, but he has an M4, not an AWP this time, and not a lot of utility. And there you go, Zowie gets instantly deleted from the server. Now it's gonna be up to Zowie to somehow hold on to this bomb site as he awaits the backup of his teammates. Has an off angle, will be able to catch anyone jumping towards stairs, and that's gonna be Moxie, who walks straight into his crosshair. Bulbasaur now knows exactly where he is. They're going to throw a couple of nades in their direction to stop him from doing anything else. Chapman is also towards the CT base, trying to rattle off some shots with his deagle, but they're simply not going to connect. An Impression going solo. Tommy does manage to get the trade with ACAP, but Bulbasaur has gone down. 3 versus 3 situation. ACAP has absolutely no idea where he's getting shot from. Chapman going to go down. 2 versus 3, and these players are falling like flies right now. So many trades going on for both these teams. Tommy and Impression, 2 versus 4. There you go. Tommy opens things up. Now there's only Zowie left, and there's only 5 seconds left. They have to get that bomb done. Zowie tries to get that. Oh my god, that was such an intense round. Zowie tries to hunt down the person who was planting the bomb, but then Tommy is here with the backup. Such great teamwork from Boot Dreamscape, and now they are at 14-11. They have denied this force buy from Frostfire, and they're only 1 round away from knocking Frostfire out of the tournament. Boot Dreamscape, they're going for a pretty ballsy mid push right now. They know that Frostfire are not going to be having a lot of weapons, only a couple of Deagles and CZs, and that's why they want to take these long range fights. Impression excited to use his AK onto A-Man, who has just thrown a flashbang from B-Shot and revealed his position. At the same time, Zowie once again holding the same angle as he was in the previous round. Has backup in the form of Zowie, who's this time playing some Tribox. And I think ACAP has definitely heard these guys moving into the chair position. Here comes the flash, and he wants to push. Does not check chair, and he's going to get punished for exactly that. Impression picks up a bonus kill onto A-Man as well. Things are looking from bad to worse. Chapman just... I apologize. There you go. Chapman, he has definitely heard Tommy climb up those stairs at this point. He wants to go ahead. He wants to push that smoke and get that kill onto him. But Tommy, he's looking exactly towards him. He knows exactly where he is, but cannot get that kill. Zowie, oh my god, survives with 2 HP. Does not want to push Palace anymore. But now he's entrapped. There's nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and nowhere to hide. Zowie tries to come in and back his teammate up, but he's just too far away. There's absolutely no chance that Zowie is walking out of this position with his life still in his hands. It's all going to be down to Zowie right now. He can definitely get the kill onto Splashy and Impression because they are so low. But the retake looks absolutely impossible at this time unless Zowie can hit some ridiculous shots with that CZ. Not possible over the long range as Moxie denies any hope. Boot Dreamscape are just so close to match and map point. Frostfire, they are going to be under so much pressure right now. He does not even manage to save his armor. My goodness. Frostfire. They have absolutely nothing going on into this round. $2,000 onto all of their teammates. The only thing that they can purchase from this is upgraded pistols and armor. That's not nearly enough when they go up against 5 AK-47s and the big green zoom banger onto Splashy. Splashy has been going nuts this entire tournament, not just in this game. He's been getting so many picks. I mean, if I casted the Boot Dreamscape games in Toyota Masters Cup 2 weeks ago, Splashkey was actually bottom fragging for his team. But here we are in Shanghai, and Splashkey has just come to life. Wow. Frostfire, the only real weaponry they have is going to be onto Zowie and Chapman with this 2 for Masters over here. But Chapman, he's in trouble, has a lot of flashes and smokes coming his way. Still somehow hiding inside the smoke. He might just be able to make a cheeky play, but oh, nope. Denied by Moxie. And there you go. two players remaining on for Frostfire now. And at this point, the game is just basically slipping out of their hands. Unless Subby can hit some ridiculous 1-deeks and Dawai can get on some nice spray downs, this is pretty much Boot Dreamscape securing their slot in the semi-final. Subby looking for any sort of aggression from Boot Dreamscape. He wants these terrorists to make the first peak so that he can neutralize the man advantage. But nope, that's not going to happen. Now Dawai has a lot of guns pointed in his direction. His position has already been revealed, but he's only going to need one tap to the cerebellum. And ladies and gentlemen, Boot Dreamscape are your last semi-finalists. They are going to be facing Nasur Esports tomorrow. Oof, that was a long day. So many good games, and we had games of each and every type. We had games where teams got destroyed 16-0. We also had games which went on to overtime. So it's like both ends of the spectrum covered today. These quarterfinals have been the most exciting ones that I've casted. Once again, I apologize to everyone who was complaining about the stream being laggy. I have to explain time and again that since we are not in Shanghai and the tournament is happening in China, China has a different version of CSGO from us. It's the perfect world version, and also China has some really bad firewalls. Like, they're not allowed to use Google, they're not allowed to use Facebook and everything else. So the internet policies are really restrictive. That's why whenever we connect to Chinese GoTV servers, we have some lag. And I'm gonna be really honest, I want to cast this game without any lag, but there's absolutely nothing we can do about it. So hopefully we will try to fix this problem tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. We have the semi-finalists and the grand final of Zowie EXTREMESLAND Shanghai 2018 tomorrow. Tune in at the same time, same place, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.